Championship Singapore 2025. These are the sights around this wonderful city of Singapore. What a venue it has been for the 12th World Para Swimming World Championships. We are here in the OCBC Arena to hand out the last World Championship medals of 2025 in the pool. The OCB Aquatic Centre is wonderful venue. We've had just a great closing ceremony, and the arena is ready for these last 23 finals. We have crowned 149 champions already this week, and another 23 more to come tonight to close the proceedings. My name is Paul Noble, and as always, I am joined in the commentary position by Liz Johnson.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening, everybody. One last session. It promises to be exciting. It's a shorter one, as you might expect on the last night, but there's lots of exciting racing still to come.
And 585 swimmers have taken part in this championship. There's 75 countries in all, and it's been such quality all the way through.
It has, and we've seen a real spread of the medals. We've seen some excellent rookie performances, breakthrough performances. We've some really solid competition from some really established athletes. Really, it's had everything.
It certainly has. We've had some records, and we're hoping for some more tonight. There's a few chances of record-breaking performances, some very good performances this morning just outside the world record mark, so we might be in for a good night of action and some more records to add to the tally that we've had this week. Here's what we are going to expect tonight. We start off with the women's 100 metres breaststroke SB8, followed by the men's event. We have 100 backstroke and 400 freestyle. We're up the distance, some 100 events. Couple of 50 events. They'll be fast in the middle of the session with S9 50 freestyles. Some 100 events and 200 IMs to bring us towards the end of the session. At 8:30 Singapore time, we will have the mixed 4x100 freestyle relay, and that is going to be a cracker, we think, Liz.
Yeah, that promises to be a very exciting finale. The relays have not disappointed this week.
We have not, and we've got one more relay to come, 23 more champions to crown. It's going to be an excellent night, as always. This is day number 7 of competition. And the arena just getting warmed up here to welcome the swimmers. They'll come through that gate. Again, it's a range of classifications, a range of strokes, a range of distances. And the first swimmers are about to come out. This is the call room, Liz. We saw the men lining up for the 100 breaststroke SB8 final. The women will be first, though. They will already be lined up outside the call room and ready to come into this arena.
Yep, they will start their walkout very soon. The crowd are ready. We're ready, and I'm sure that the athletes are ready. Some of these breaststroke specialists have been waiting all week. We said this morning in the heats we saw some athletes for the very first time in the pool this morning, so it might be the last day, but it's just as important as day one.
Absolutely. You have to keep your focus right until that last day of competition, and we have arrived at it all too quickly. Seems to have just flown in. 100 breaststroke SB8 final 4 women. Anastasia Dimitriev, the Paralympic champion, goes in the centre lane next to the world record holder, Brock Whiston. So 2 big names in the centre there, Liz. Could be an interesting one. Gold and silver medalists from Paris last year. And the swimmers, as with all the finals tonight, they'll come in from the outside lanes into the middle. So the slower qualification swimmers will make their way out to the outside lanes and then working their way into the ones who had the fastest qualifying time. Ishalova goes in 8. Already some medals to her name. this championships. Razetinova, Paralympic Games bronze medalist in Tokyo. There's Noraya Marquez Soto. She won a medal in the backstroke yesterday. An excellent swim from her. Hosnako Kandakwe from Uganda has been in African record-breaking form all week. Elena Clearchina, she had a busy morning this morning. 2 heats for her in 2 different events. And Hu Zhu from China, she goes in lane number 3. And there is Brock Whiston, the world record holder, Paralympic Games silver medalist, behind Anastasia Dimitriev, who goes in lane number 4. And we've seen both Whiston and Dimitriev in other events this week. They were gold and silver in the individual medley. Gold being won by Brock Whiston, silver going to Dimitriev. Zhu took the bronze in that individual medley. There's a lot of talent over the pool here, Liz.
There is, but the action will likely come from those centre lanes. Watch out, though, for Ushalova down in lane 8 in the pink hat.
So the women's 100 metres breaststroke for the SB8 classification Paralympic champion in 4, world record holder in 5.
Yeah, good start in the middle lanes for Dimitriev and Clearchina. Whiston is slow to react, but she gets a good move off the block. Watch out for her. Dimitriev leads through the 25-metre mark. She's looking good in the early stage. She's got a body length lead over the rest of the field. Whiston starting to head the chasing pack. She's got an excellent second 50. But it's the Spaniard in the centre, the defending world champion, the current Paralympic champion, who turns first, 37.39. 39.19 for Whiston is Marquez Soto, 40.15, just 2 100ths ahead of Clearchina.
And here comes Dimitriev now into the second half of this one. Brock Whiston is coming back though. And Dimitriev has the lead, but here comes Whiston. Whiston making a little bit of a move now. It's a real battle for first and second. It's all to play for the bronze as well. But here comes Dimitriev. She seemed to just kick again. Whiston coming through now. They're into the last 5, and surely it is going to go to Spain. It's going to be Dimitriev will take the title again. She retains her world title in 1:19.83. Whiston will get the silver. The bronze will go to Clearchina. 1:25.05 for Clearchina, the neutral para athlete, and that was mighty close at the end. But what a good swim from Anastasia Dimitriev. She wins for the 3rd time in a row at these World Championships.
Well, it was an incredible swim from Dimitriev. Whiston was the last person to win this title before the Spaniard. That's when she broke the world record. But today it was Anastasia Dimitriev who led out from the start. She attacked it. She knew she was going to need to do that. And she went very well there. Almost exactly the same time as she won the Paralympic title last year. She'll be absolutely delighted with that victory.
Whiston was almost coming back, wasn't she? In almost at the halfway point down that second lane. But Dimitriev so strong in the closing stages to take that one.
She is, and she's still only 17. We talk about Dimitriev and how dominant she's been, and we forget that she's still a teenager.
Anastasia Dimitriev takes the world title again for the 3rd time in a row, ahead of Great Britain's Brock Whiston, and neutral para athlete Clearchina wins a close contest with Marquez Soto for bronze. Great performance there from Dimitriev. Men's 100 metres breaststroke SB8 5-time world champion Andre Kalina goes in the centre lane. Robin Lixor from Estonia comes out in lane number 8. Estonian on the other side of the pole from Muhammad from Malaysia. We got to the final of 50 freestyle. There's Andres One, twice a medalist in this 100 breaststroke SB8. Timothy Hall just had a good week, the winner of the 200 IM earlier in these championships. Oscar Salguero Galisteo featured in the Spanish relay team earlier this week, world champion back in 17. Daniel Smirnov, the first of the neutral para-athletes in lane number 3. Joshua Wilmer, the top of the world rankings this year, the New Zealander, the Commonwealth champion. And there is Andre Kalina, the world record holder, Paralympic champion from Paris, and 5 times a world champion in this event. First of those 5 was way back in 2006, Liz.
Yeah, Kalina has been the dominant force in this event. And he will still be the one to beat. But Wilmer was in excellent form in the heat this morning. Broke the New Zealand record to qualify in lane number 5.
It's a great swim from Kalina to qualify in first place, his fastest time of the year. He's a very consistent performer. And he will go in lane number 4, world record holder. In lane number 4, Commonwealth champion Josh Wilmer in lane number 5.
It was a strong start from Salguero Galisteo, the Paralympic champion back in 2016. He got off to a great start, but it is already Kalina who leads the way. He's got about half a body length lead over the chasing pack. Smirnov going well, the neutral para athlete up in lane number 3.
And we are coming up to the turn, Kalina. It will be into the wall first. Kalina will take that one in 31.97. Smirnov in second and Wilmer in third, but not much in it at all. But Kalina has a clear lead.
He's had a great turn there, and he's gained on the rest of the field. He's moved away from them, and he'll now carry almost a 2 body length lead through 75 meters. If anything, he looks to be gaining speed. He's going extremely well here in the closing stage. Salguero Galisteo coming back, Wilmer coming back, Smirnov trying to hold on.
And it is going to be Smirnov again. His 6th world title in this event is into the wall. Kalina will take it. Smirnov in second. Kalina will get the world title again for the 6th time. 108.43. Smirnov it will be for the silver. And Salguero Galisteo in for the bronze. 4 100s ahead of Wilmer from New Zealand. What a great swim that was at the front of the field. Kalina it was for the 6th time. He first hit the medal podium in this event back in 2002, Liz. 23 years later, he's still on top.
And he's so consistent with the time. It's 108.4 is an incredible time. He first won the World Championships with a 109.6. And he's been there or thereabouts ever since. Smirnov had to hold on for that silver medal. Everybody was coming back at him. It was really close, but there was only going to be one winner. Kalina made sure of that as they entered the final 25 meters. He had a superb turn. Like the underwater phase was incredible.
And he is a champion again, his 10th gold medal at World Championships. Andre Kalina takes the title in the 100 breaststroke SBA ahead of the 2nd neutral para-athlete, Daniel Smirnov. And it's Oscar Salguero Galisteo who wins the bronze, just 4 100s ahead of Joshua Wilmer of New Zealand. Kalina is phenomenal, isn't he, Liz?
Absolutely incredible. We've talked about countries dominating events, but he's an individual who's dominated.
Women's 100 backstroke S10 on their way out now. One of the stars of these championships will go in lane number 4, Daphne Kirk from Turkey. Freya Quist, the 19-year-old from Denmark. It's a big night for Denmark. A few finalists tonight. Ariana Hunsiger, bronze medalist in the 50 freestyle. Taylor Winnett, the Pan American champion from USA, goes in 7. Emmeline Pierre, Paralympic Games bronze medalist, goes in 2. Bronze medalist in the 100 earlier this week. And there's Jasmine Greenwood, the Australian. What can she do from lane number 6? Bianca Pat. Well, she's dominated this event in recent times. 3 times a world champion, twice a Paralympic champion. She was behind Katie Cosgrave from Canada in the qualification heats. And, as I said, one of the stars of these championships, Daphne Kirk from Turkey. 4 gold medals to her name already. She's won the 50 freestyle, the 100 freestyle, 200 individual medley and the 100 butterfly. And she qualified in the fastest time from the qualification heats. The Turkey swimmer in lane number 4, Bianca Pat, Paralympic and world champion, goes next to her in lane number 3. This should be an interesting one. Fastest qualifier, Daphne Kurt of Turkey in 4. Paralympic champion Bianca Pat, 1 lane up in lane 3.
Yeah, there's opportunity across the pool here for places on that podium. Kurt got off to a good start. The better start probably coming from Cosgrove in 5, but now it is the swimmer of Turkey who is edging ahead as they go through the 35-meter mark. 1 lane up from her Paralympic champion and defending world champion Pat will look to finish strongly, but as they go into the turn, it is Kurt 31.96 ahead of Cosgrove's 32.51 with Pat 33.33. She's right on the world record pace here, just 1/100th off. She's had a good turn, Kurt, and she's come up. She's going through the 75 meters ahead of Cosgrove, with Pat still in 3rd.
Cosgrove trying to come back now. Daphne Kurt, though, looks like she might be on her way to another gold medal here. Right here comes Katie Cosgrove in the closing stages now. Kurt is definitely tying up. Is she going to hold on here right to the end? Cosgrove into the wall, and Kurt will get it, though. And it's 5 gold medals and a world record time almost there for Cosgrove. Well, just outside, actually. I thought it was inside. It is just outside the world record, but Cosgrove gets the silver, and Bianca Pat will take the bronze, the Paralympic champion. Bronze medal this time for the Hungarian. But Cosgrove in a silver medal position really pushed Daphne Kurt all the way to the end.
Well, Cosgrove was finishing quickly. Pat was really closing the gap. We said she'd finish fast. She did, but there was just not enough pool left. Kurt had done all the damage down that first 50. She looked great. She's shown us great sprint speed in all of her events this week. She had a great turn, but it was the final 10 meters where Cosgrove and Pat were coming back with every stroke.
Well, Daphne Kurt, 5 gold medals to her name. And she was right on world record pace. I thought it was inside there, but she did tie up in the closing stages. And Cosgrove will be delighted with that swim, the Canadian. That was very close at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. All done there. She's doing 5. That's her 5th gold medal of the week.
Daphne Kurt takes her 5th gold medal of these championships in the women's 100 backstroke S10 ahead of Canada's Katie Cosgrove and Bianca Pat of Hungary. Well, again, close races here already tonight. Men's 100 backstroke S10 final. Paralympic champion Olivia van der Voort goes in the centre lane for the Netherlands.
Well, Olivia van der Voort is one of those athletes. It's the first time we've seen him this week, the only time we will see him this week. Very much a specialist, but he's been excellent since returning to international waters.
He was the world record holder back in 2016, wasn't he? And he was silver medalist in the Rio Paralympic Games, so it was a disappointment for him not to get on the top spot in that on the Rio Paralympics. And he retired after that, but he came back last year. Netherlands had a very, very strong relay squad. He was very much part of that, and came back and took that Paralympic title. What a comeback!
It was incredible to watch.
It's almost as if he's never been away, because his time that he's swimming just get better and better. The Dutchman. Well, Thomas Gallagher goes in the outside lane, the bronze medalist from the Paralympic Games last year. It was relatively comfortable qualification, so we might see some of main contenders all over the pool. Cordeiro, Portugal, goes in lane number 1. Riccardo Menciotti, World Championship silver medalist, goes for Italy in 7. Second Portuguese swimmer, goes out there in lane number 2. Ihor Nimchenko, 4 medals to his name. This week he goes in 6. Bas Takken, the winner of the 400 freestyle. What a swim that was a few days ago. Netherlands swimmer in 3. Stanislav Popov from Ukraine. Well, he will go in lane number 5. And in the centre lane, there is Olivier van der Voort, European champion, Paralympic champion. He would love to complete the set at this World Championships. He was silver medalist back in 2015. He's never taken an individual World Championship gold. Olivier van der Voort has got a great chance. He was far and away the fastest qualifier, but as I said, Liz, people like Tommy Gallagher in the outside lane definitely have more to give.
Absolutely, it was a fairly comfortable qualification. There's 2 Portuguese, 2 Dutch, 2 Ukrainians, an Italian and an Australian in this one. But yes, watch Gallagher down in lane out 8. He will definitely be a threat to the podium.
Olivier van der Voort, Paralympic champion, in lane number 4 for the Netherlands. He will start as favourite for this men's 100 backstroke S10.
And as they get off the wall, it's a great start. Down the bottom in lane 7 for Menciotti, and Fidalgo had a good start in for Portugal in 2. Gallagher is going well in that gold cap of Australia, but already Van der Voort has hit the front. He's disadvantaged off the start, but once they get up and into the stroke, the backstroke specialist really does find his form. He turns first, 27.93, ahead of Menciotti's 29.13, just 3/100ths of Gallagher down in lane number 8. Van der Voort looking strong, but they're coming back at him.
It's looking very strong, the Dutch swimmer there right in the centre of the pool in lane number 4. It's a real tussle down in the bottom lanes here. Gallagher and Menciotti side by side, but they're fighting for the silver and bronze position because here comes Van der Voort into the wall. It's going to be gold for Olivier van der Voort. 58.53 for the Dutchman. Gallagher from the outside lane will take the silver medal, and Bas Takken will take the bronze by 1/100th of a second from Menciotti. What a great week it's been for Bas Takken, and what a great race that was for the Dutch.
It was incredible. As I said, down at the bottom of the pool, Gallagher and Menciotti looked like they're in their own personal battle was bringing them back to Van der Voort, but he's just so dominant in this one. He had a great first 50 and a great final 25 metres. He'll be delighted with the victory. He'll be delighted to share the podium with Bas Takken. Menciotti just missing out by 1/100th, but Tommy Gallagher, silver from lane 8.
Olivier van der Voort is the world champion in the men's 100 metres backstroke S10 for the first time. Silver goes to Tommy Gallagher of Australia, and Netherlands have 2 swimmers on the podium. Bas Takken taking the bronze just ahead of Menciotti. Cracking contest here for a silver and bronze, Liz, but dominant performance by Olivier van der Voort.
Yep, and it's a busy couple of races for the Dutch here. Women's 400 metres freestyle S11. They've got another opportunity.
Well, they certainly have. The S11 class swimmers with no vision. They will be wearing black-toed goggles, all these swimmers. Lisette Bruinsma from the Netherlands goes in the women's 400 freestyle S11 final. She is the Paralympic champion. Lisette Bruinsma first took a world title back in 2019 in this event, and this has certainly been one of her focus events over the years. She had a great 100 freestyle swim the other day to take gold, didn't she?
She did. It was almost the perfect race for Bruinsma. Seems a few days ago now, but
So Kniseve silver medal, 16-year-old, going in lane number 7 there. Ana Luz Pelotero for Argentina goes in lane number 2. Tilda Estefani Alcazar goes for Mexico in lane number 6. She's medalled at the major championships before. Daria Lukyanenko, 4 times a gold medal at these championships. Zhang Jiaotong, Paralympic Games silver medalist, goes in lane number 5. Lisette Bronsma, gold medalist at these championships in the 100 freestyle. The reigning Paralympic and world champion in this 400. There's Kliaseva. What a great swim that she had in the backstroke yesterday, the 16-year-old. 2 excellent swims from the neutral para athlete, 16-year-old over there in lane number 7. So we know she's on some good form, but a bit of an unknown quantity in this 400 freestyle. Brunsma, however, is a very consistent performer. Alcazar Figueroa, bronze medalist in the World Championships in 2022. And we do have all 3 Paralympic medalists in this final of the women's 400 metres freestyle in the S11 class. The champion Lisette Bronsma in 4, silver medalist Zhang Jiaotong in 5, and bronze medalist Daria Lukyanenko in 3.
Yeah, and already we can see the teenager Knudsen going down well in the bottom of the picture. She had great heat swim, and from the outside lane in the 100 metres backstroke, there was no heat in this when it went direct to final, so she is a bit of an unknown quantity. But Brunsma, the very much known quantity, turns first, 32.88 to Lukyanenko's 33.77. And it is Knudsen 35.34 after the first turn. Still a long way to go on this one, 6.5 lengths to go. And Brunsma has really settled into her stroke. She's got a body length lead over Lukyanenko as they come down into the first 100 metre turn.
And this S11 class, of course, Liz, the tapper's very important. You just see the tapping sticks there as the swimmers come in to that turn, and every turn, and of course at the finish you'll see the tappers, and they've got a vital role for these S11 swimmers. Yeah,
we just saw how good that turn was from Brunsma. When you get it wrong, it can really impact your swim. We've seen, especially on the longer distance races, we've seen people almost miss the wall, but Brunsma has really perfected that over the years, and she's going really well here. She's swimming against the right-hand lane rope. She opened up a 2 body length lead now, ahead of Lukyanenko, who's really settled into her stroke. There's quite the battle going on for the bronze medal in these early stages between Knudsen and Zhang. But at the front of the field, Brunsma leads by 2.87 seconds over Lukyanenko.
Brunsma 147.44 at that turn, the 150 mark. They'll come down to halfway. Lukyanenko 153.1. Zhang now moved in to third in 155.79. So we're getting a little bit spread out here as they come to the halfway point. But Brunsma now with just about clear water between her and Lukyanenko. They'll come through. There is the tap again, just a light tap for Brunsma. Again, another perfect turn for the Dutch swimmer. Lukyanenko makes her way to the right of the lane, Liz, and quite often these swimmers do hug the lane ropes, helps them to keep the direction straight. And that interesting stroke that we've seen over the years for Lisette Bronsma, almost kind of reaching for the water at the front with that hand just slightly upturned.
Yeah, and again, this is the complexity of the S11 classification group. We see some athletes move down from the S13s into the S12s, into the S11s as their sight deteriorates, and then we see some athletes who are S11s from birth and from the time that they start swimming and being involved in parasport. And so there's always very, very different techniques. You can see Lukyanenko's technique, the more traditional textbook high elbow, going in with the angled entry at the front, and she's now coming up on the hip of Lisette Bronsma. She will be able to feel her. They've been using that same lane rope as they've gone, and now they'll really be able to sense each other's presence. And the problem with this now is if you're too close to the lane rope, you actually end up stealing each other's water. And for the first time, it looks like Lukianenko will have the lead. That's at the 300-meter mark, 3:44.96 for Lukianenko. She made her move. She had a good turn there. They both had good turns, but Lukianenko has come up. Now she's probably about 3/4 of a body length ahead of Brunsma, who turned in 3:45.66.
Yeah, it was a great last 50 there for Lukianenko. She took a couple of seconds away from Brunsma, and she's stretching away again as they come down to this final turn now. It is Zhang in the bronze medal position. Kanisova now just dropping a little bit out of contention. It looks like Zhang might have this one sewn up, but here comes Lukianenko, 4:23.11. Brunsma 4:25.93, and Lukianenko looks like she might be on her way to another gold medal here in another event. It is going to be 5 gold medals, I think, as she stretches away from Lisette Brunsma now. They'll come into the last 20 meters or so, and it is going to be Daria Lukianenko. A very well-paced swim for the neutral para athlete, and she's going to be into the wall first. Last few meters, it's going to be an excellent time as well for Daria Lukianenko. 4:58.46. Well, a championship record for the neutral para athlete. Lisette Brunsma 5:05.26 for the Dutch athlete, and it will be Zhang into the wall now. 5:14.03, just ahead of Kanisova, who will finish right now in that time of 5:21.09.
So it's the same medalists as were in Paris, but all in a very different order as we just watch now for our final swimmer coming in. It's Annaluz Pelletero. She will be touching at the top of the pool. Her time not coming up yet.
The big build up there.
I know, right?
That's it, yeah.
5:42.69, just outside her entry time. But there is the champion, Daria Lukianenko, as you said, timed it to perfection. She made a move on that third 100 meters, and then that was where the damage was done.
Brunsma, well, she went out really well, and she was pacing around about 37-second mark, just dropped slightly in the closing stages of that one, and Lukianenko seemed to get stronger as the race progressed, and that is an excellent time. 4:58.46. Well, that's a championship record. It'll be inside the European record mark as well for Lukianenko. So great swim, and 5 gold medals for Lukianenko. What a championship she's having. Black tip goggles still to be checked though, Liz, so well time. Lisette Brunsma still smiling, as you would expect. She's always smiling, isn't she?
Majority of the time, yeah, like we said, she's one of the happiest swimmers on poolside.
Another medal for her. She was delighted to win that 100 freestyle a couple of days ago, and it was an excellent swim in that 100 freestyle ahead of Lukianenko. But Daria Lukianenko takes the women's 400 meters freestyle S11 final. It was a championship record for the neutral para athlete. Lisette Brunsma will take the silver, and Zhang Zhaotong will take the bronze. A well-paced swim there from Lukianenko. And we have the men's equivalent coming up now. We did have a qualification heat for this one. Swimmer's just about to come out for the start. David Krotokvil, the 17-year-old from Czechia, leads the way into the 400 freestyle final for men. And there is Simona Severblis, Lithuania swimmer in the outside lane. Hua Dongdong, a medalist last time for China, bronze medalist at the last World Championships. He goes in 1. Matthias Reiner Dakota, member of the Brazilian relay team, in 7. Michaela Serban goes in lane number 2. 17-year-old Alek Kozlowski from Poland qualified in 4th. Just ahead of him is Marco Meneses from Portugal. Portuguese swimmer qualifying 2nd place behind, 3rd place behind Uchu Tomita, the Paralympic Games bronze medalist last time out. And this young man, the 17-year-old Czechia swimmer, David Kratochvil, already taken 3 gold medals at these championships. He won the 100 butterfly, he won the 50 and the 100 freestyle. So he's going for the freestyle treble, Liz, and he's such a talent, Kratochvil.
He's another youngster that we feel like we've been talking about for a number of years. He's top of the world rankings this year, threatening that world record that stood since Barcelona in 1992.
Yeah, it's one of the longest standing world records on the book. And Kratochvil was within half a second of that mark when he swam in Istanbul earlier this year. What can he do? He goes in lane number 4, trying to add another gold medal to his tally this week, and immediately off to a good lead. Tomita will be next to him in 5. Going well right at the top is the World Championship bronze medalist from last time, Hua Dongdong of China. He going in lane number 1, right at the top.
Yeah, Hua Dongdong started well, but Kratochvil has signalled his intent. He looked so comfortable in the heats this morning, and he broke the championship record. He went 4:28.4 this morning, and already he's off on his way. He turned there 28:85, so we'll watch the 100-metre split. Marco Meneses in silver middle position after 50 metres. But going well down at the bottom of the pool in lane 7 is Matheus de Souza of Brazil. He is the Pan American champion, and he's moved into the silver medal position. This is a 100-metre turn. 102.19 is under the world record split. Still a long way to go, but he's set off with his intent, as we expected. De Souza 104.45 and Meneses 105.30, just 9/100ths ahead of Tomita. So it's quite close for the silver medal at the moment, but Kratochvil already moving away from the field.
And he's a real rising star, isn't he? I mean, maybe the first time that we probably saw David Kratochvil was in those World Championships back in Manchester in 2023. We had a fantastic swim against Roger Dorsman of the Netherlands, just coming back in the closing stages. Dorsman led out, and Kratochvil just came back in the closing stages and took a surprise gold medal. But since then, he has gone absolutely from strength to strength. He won in Paris last year, a dominant victory, and now, well, he is going to be looking for that long-standing world record to fall, 209.81, just outside that long-standing world record mark held by John Morgan of the USA. It's a tough mark, Liz, that's why it has stood for so long. Kratochvil does lead at the halfway point, though. Meneses in second, 2:15.69, and Tomita was third, and those three beginning to stretch away from the others in this field.
Yeah, Kozlowski has moved up into 4th position for Poland, but he is some way back from the battle for the silver medal. Kratochvil still leads. He did swim across the lane rope on that last 50 meters, so he will have lost a bit of time there, but he does always finish strongly. He's opened up that lead just over 8 seconds from Meneses, who's having a great swim for Portugal. Tomita still in the bronze medal position. But there's clear water. Kratochvil not even in the same shot as everybody else as he comes into this 300-meter turn. He turns there 3:16.57, so he's less than a second outside world record pace. Has he got anything left?
Well, then when the world record was set, it was a very fast last 100, but Kratochvil, we know that he's capable of doing that, and he's really going for it, isn't he? He set the world record in the 100 freestyle a little bit earlier this year, and he's stretching away from the others. Meneses still in second, Tomita still in third, but Kratochvil going over the final turn, Liz.
Yeah, he takes the tap, then it's a great turn. He's straight back to the lane rope. He's found the lane rope. He's really upped his stroke rate in this final 50 meters as he's just coming in to the very final 25 meters, and the crowd are getting behind him.
Well, here he comes now. It is David Kratochvil against the clock. The long-standing world record stands at 420.83 from John Morgan from 1992. Is he going to do it? Kratochvil has done it. It's a world record swim. The long-standing world record has gone 419.83 for David Kratochvil. It's a real battle for silver. It's Meneses and Tomita into the wall together, and it will go to, very close to Mita. Will get it by 15/100ths of a second. So silver to Japan, bronze to Portugal. But what about that? David Kratochvil has taken the world record that has stood since 1992, Liz.
Well, we just watched now Simonas Zverbelis coming in and Mateus de Souza touching the wall here. We said he had a fast finish. We said he had a fast 100, and he really upped the pace. He went to his feet with 35 meters to go, and it was incredible.
Look at the celebration there from David Kratochvil. Well, what a talent he is. Well, we can say now, he's the best ever we've seen in this S11 class. World record breaker.
He is, and when we saw him in Manchester, like you said, he just got the win with a very final stroke by the smallest of margins. We weren't sure if it was a fluke, but what he's done in the last couple of years, yeah. I'm not sure that he didn't either, but the last couple of years, he really has proved that it was no fluke, and much like we saw with Anastasia Dimitriev in the first race of the night, he's still only 17. So there's so much potential here for Kratochvil.
Well, we are having a goggle check now, but my goodness, what a swim that was for David Kratochvil. The Czech swimmer, well, amazing, wasn't it? He was there or thereabouts on world record pace all the way through.
He did pull it back really well, though. Most people, we see them drop off the pace in the final 100, but he pulled it back. And we are waiting on a goggle check, but not for Kratochvil. He doesn't have to have blacked out goggles because he has prosthetic eyes. So we're not waiting on his goggle check, but the result won't be confirmed until all of the swimmers have had their goggle check that require it. Just in case you were looking at his goggles and saying, I can see his eyes, because he does wear blue lenses.
And there, Kratochvil celebrating on pool deck. David Kratochvil is the world champion in the men's 400 freestyle S11. He takes it in a world record time that has stood since 1992. Uchu Tomita will take the silver for Japan. Meneses will take the bronze for Portugal. Oh, my goodness, Liz, it's not every day that you see a 33-year-old world record be beaten.
No, it was an incredible swim.
Well, John Morgan was an amazing athlete. I remember him well, dominating around about the late 80s and the early 90s. And the marks that he did then, he dominated this S11 class, and we thought, well, these marks will never be beaten. And gradually over the years, they've gone one by one. But this was one that still remained, and it was the toughest of them all, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, he wasn't phased, was he? He signalled intent from the start, didn't he? He went out really quickly. But then that middle bit, he was good, but it was like, can he stick with it? And then the way that he just upped his turnover in the last 75 meters was incredible.
Well, he's got the 400 record now. He took the 100 freestyle record a little bit earlier this year. So, well, what a great way. What a great start to the last evening of action, Liz. Wow, 7 days, we're still getting close races, still getting world records broken. What a championships this has been.
It has. Are we going to medals? Are we waiting for those lights to dim? There are the Australians. They've got a big last race of the night in that relay team, haven't they?
Yeah, we've just got the relay teams handed to us. The lineups for the relay at the end of the session, and well, you know, looking at that Australian team, world record could well be on in that one as well. But You never know what can happen in relays. A lot.
Yeah, we've had a few dramatic relays this week.
So, great crowd in for this final evening of action. We are due to go to some medal ceremonies now. But just waiting for confirmation of these medals. But yeah, there's the Italians. They've had a good week of action as well. It was China, I think, last night was still on top of the medal podium, Liz.
That is correct. China are at the top. They've got 16 gold medals, according to the Liz Johnson method, obviously. Italy.
And the Liz Johnson method
15.
is only counting medals when they are presented,
Exactly.
not when they're won.
Exactly. So if you look online, you'll see different numbers right now. Italy are 15, Ukraine and the USA 14, Great Britain 13, Brazil 12, Australia 8, Spain and Germany 5, the Netherlands, Israel, Turkey 4, France and Czechia 3, Colombia and Canada 2, and then Japan, Mexico, Azerbaijan, Argentina, Singapore and Uzbekistan 1 gold medal. So we've got lots of different countries that have won gold medals here this week in Singapore. We've had a couple of countries that have had supremely good nights. China, was it day 4? They had an excellent night, didn't they?
Yeah, they won, I think they won about 7 or 8 gold medals of the events, almost a third of the events.
Germany had a good night on day 3.
They did, all their big hitters came out on the same nights. They had 4 Paralympic champions. One of them has just had a baby, so not here, and the other 3 all had their big events on the same night.
Yeah, so that was a big day 3. And then Ukraine had a couple of really big nights which jumped them right up the medal table.
Well, I think we're about to move to medal ceremonies, or maybe not. I did hear the music. I don't think it is at the moment. Just a little bit of a delay. There's the Canadians. They've had a good week. Daniel Doris there on the right. She struck gold in that S7 butterfly event. A number of countries, they've had the moments, haven't they? I mean, Singapore last night, that was incredible.
It was, the place erupted, didn't it? But it was a close race too. And it wasn't until right at the end that Yip PX really secured it.
Yeah.
There was a point where it could have gone a different way.
And Ariola Trimian led out, didn't she? And Yip Pinshu just took over the lead with maybe about 5 or 6 meters to go. And then Koltseva, who went ahead of Yip in the longer distance, she was coming back. So it was just perfect timing.
It was exactly what we needed it to be for a home championship win.
And we are impartial, of course, but we love to see the host nations doing well, don't we?
I think it always does lift the volunteers, I think, because these events wouldn't happen without volunteers, and it relies massively on local people being those volunteers. So I think it's always nice for them to see their stars reaching the podium.
And there's some of the swimmers who have taken part with 1 medals there. Just saw Larianova there. She's been a real start. The neutral para-athletes there, taking a gold medal in the IM. And now we're ready to move to these medal presentations as the lights dim.
The medals will be presented by Senior Parliamentary Secretary, Minister of Law, and Ministry of Social and Family Development, Mr. Eric Schwab. Bronze medalist representing Spain, Oscar Salguero Galicio. World champion, neutral para-athlete, Andre entry ceremony for the women's 100-meter backstroke S10. Bronze medalist representing Hungary, Bianca Bach. Silver medalist representing Canada, Katie Osborne. Gold medalist and world champion representing Turkey, Defne Kor. These prizes are able for the national anthem of Turkey. Please give it up for your medalists.
So just been told that there's only 2 medal ceremonies this time. So the women's 100 breaststroke ceremony is going to be presented a little bit later at the end of the next set of medal ceremonies. So that is why there was that little bit of a delay. We now move on to the next event, and that is the women's 100 freestyle S7. Julia Gaffney, first of the USA swimmers, she goes out into lane number 1. And there she is, Julia Gaffney. 3 USA swimmers in this one. Lara Ortiz Campos goes in lane number 8. Halia Lettenberger will go in 7. Bogatreva, neutral para athlete, she goes in lane number 2. Sarvargas Blanco, World Championship silver medalist last time. She can go in lane number 6. Veronica Korsova, European champion in this event, goes in 3. Chloe Osborne, silver medalist earlier this week in the 400 freestyle, will go in lane number 5. And Morgan Stickney will go in the centre lane, Paralympic Games silver medalist and World Championship gold medalist in Manchester 2023. Morgan Stickney goes for the USA in the centre lane. 3 USA swimmers from this one. There's Lettenberger and Liz. We were looking earlier at the record that the USA have in this particular event, this 100 freestyle S7. They have won the last 8 world titles, going all the way back to 2006.
Well, it's some record. Morgan Stickney of the United States of America in lane 4 is the favourite. She doesn't get off the blocks the best, but then she gets up and into her stroke, and she will look to reel in the early lead of Sara Vargas Blanco, who had an excellent reaction time for Colombia down in lane number 6. She leads the way as they go through 35 metres. Chloe Osborne of Australia, silver medalist behind Stickney in the 400 metres earlier this week, is going well into the turn, but it will be Vargas Blanco that leads 34.45 ahead of 34.58, with Korsava just getting in ahead of Stickney at the turn. But now that they're back on to the second 50 metres, still Vargas Blanco leads the way, but Stickney with that endurance starting to come through. They're level through 75 metres.
And here comes Morgan Stickney now, the 400 champion and the reigning champion in this one, this 100 freestyle. It looks like USA are going to make it 9 in a row here in this event. The incredible record is going to be saved by Morgan Stickney, and she will take the gold in 1:10.67. It's silver to Chloe Osborne of Australia, 1:12.14 for the Australian. She'll be delighted with that one, and Vargas Blanco will take the bronze just ahead of Korsava by around about half a second. But the incredible run goes on for the USA. Another win in this event, and a well-paced swim from Morgan Stickney there in lane 4.
Yeah, we've talked about it. The USA have great pedigree in this S7 classification group. They've fielded 3 athletes in this final. They won the title yet again. That's the second in succession for Stickney, a second of the week as well, and she looked very strong in the closing stages.
She did, very powerful lead. Look at that finish for her second, how close it was. Osborne and Vargas Blanco both breathing towards each other at the end. Morgan Stickney takes the title for the USA in the women's 100 freestyle S7, the 8th in a row for the USA in this event. Chloe Osborne takes the silver, Sara Vargas Blanco takes the bronze. That's incredible for the USA. Almost unbelievable, isn't it? That result has gone on for 20 years.
And this morning we were talking about how before that Daniel Campo won it twice for Canada, so he hasn't left North America since 1994.
What an amazing run for the Americans. Men's 100 freestyle S7 sees Alexei Ganyuk in the centre lane, fastest from the heats. Next to him is world record holder Andrei Trusov of Ukraine, and the home swimmer To Song goes in lane 6. Well, home favourite is in this one. Big chance for To Song to try and get his way onto the medal podium. Karpenko leads them out for Ukraine. He goes in the outside lane. The Romanian Dimitri goes in at lane number 1. Baktirov from Uzbekistan will go in 7. Christian Sadi will go in lane number 2. 3 medals to the South African's name this week. He's been swimming well. To Song takes the acclaim of the home crowd. The Paralympic representative from Singapore, can he force his way onto medal podium here? Federico Bocelli will be a threat for the Singaporean, the World Championship silver medalist on the last 2 occasions. And on the last 2 occasions, he was behind this man, Andrei Trusov of Ukraine. But they were both behind Alexei Ganyuk bronze medalist in the 400 freestyle earlier this week. The neutral para athlete will go in lane number 4. Well, there is To Wee Song. It'd be wonderful for the host nation if he could force his way onto the medal podium. And he's got a chance, Liz.
Yeah, he has. He's right in the mix there with qualification. He'll need a strong swim, but we're better to do that than in front of a home crowd.
Ganyuk will go from the water in the centre lane. The others in this S7 class going from the dive.
Yeah, Trusov getting off very well. Straight up and into his stroke. He's a tall figure in that centre lane. Christian Sadi up in 2, always gets away well for South Africa, but it's Trusov that leads away. Expect Ganyuk to make up some ground as they come towards the turn, but it's Trusov also going well. It is Bocelli. He's the fastest in the world this year. And it will be Trusov over first. 29.39 from Bocelli. And it is To Wee Song that gets the touch for third at the turn. He's going to need a big second 50.
Oh, it's going to be very close for the medals here, but Andrei Trusov is going out very well in lane number 5 now. Bocelli is clear in the silver medal position. It's a real tussle for the bronze here. To Wee Song involved in that one, but here comes Trusov into the closing stages now. It is going to be Andrei Trusov will take the world title again in 59.90. What a time for him. Bocelli in second, and Ganyuk will claim the bronze just ahead of Christian Sadi and To Wee Song, who finished almost together. Christian Sadi, an African record for 4th, and To Wee Song, well, 104.83 for the Singaporean, just out of the medals again. Well, heartbreak from the host nation, but what about that swim from Trusov at the front? Championship record under the 1 minute mark for the Ukrainian.
Yeah, just outside his own world record. Trusov has looked incredible this week. He hasn't done his full program. He started a few days late, but since he has started, everything he's touched has turned to gold. Bocelli finished very well there as well. And To Wee Song, he was over a second quicker than the heats.
It was a great performance from Andrei Trusov to take gold in a championship record. Bocelli will take the silver, Ganyuk the bronze. An African record for Christian Sadi in 4th, and a fantastic performance from To Wee Song. He gave everything and finished 5th for the host nation. Well, that was he could not do much more, I don't think, Liz. To Wee Song. It was an excellent performance, his fastest time of the year, improving from the heats. Women's 50 metres butterfly S6, about to come on to poolside. Jiang from China will go in the fast lane, the Paralympic champion from last year. So Grace Harvey, can't see Grace Harvey, but there's the GB team staff making their way over. Grace Harvey will go in lane number 1 for Great Britain. Verena Schott in the other outside lane, the German swimmer, a medalist at the last World Championships. Verena Schott. Anna Hontar has had a good week. Gold medalist in the 50 freestyle. She goes in lane number 2. Paralympic Games silver medalist is Lu Daomin, Chinese swimmer, in lane number 6. Bronze medalist at the Paralympic Games last time was the Amaral Petzold. She goes in lane number 3. And there's Dervla Brady from Ireland. What a swim she had to win a medal earlier in the week in the 50 metres freestyle. Youngster from Ireland, the 18-year-old, the youngest in this field. And in the centre lane, well, Paralympic champion, world champion from last time out, Jiang Yuyan, won 7 gold medals in the Paralympic Games last year in Paris. All medalists are in this one. There's the bronze medalist, Mayara do Amaral Petzold from Brazil, who anchored the Brazilian team to an excellent relay gold at the beginning of this competition. Dervla Brady in 5. Jiang, Paralympic champion, will go in lane number 4. A bit of a delay at the start there. Grace Harvey right at the top for Great Britain, already taken 2 medals at this championship. She won the breaststroke, silver in the individual medley. The sprinters in the middle will be the favourites for this one. Petzold, Jiang, Brady and Liu. Middle 4 lanes. Anna Hontar won the 50 freestyle, so she's got a turn of speed as well, Liz.
She has, but a great start coming down from Liu Domain in 6. She probably got away best of all the athletes. Already though, Jing Yuan, the Paralympic and world champion, is leading the way. Brady had an excellent swim in the 50 freestyle. She's got great speed and she's swimming with confidence for Ireland. Right up there in lane 5, but it's really close for the medals in this one.
It is very close. Brady is pushing the Paralympic champion Jiang into the wall, but it is going to be Jiang will take the title. 34.75. What a fantastic time that was for Jiang, just outside the world record mark for Jiang. It is a silver to Dervla Brady of Ireland. Another great swim from the 18-year-old, and the bronze will go to the Amaral Petzold of Brazil. What a close contest that was. But the youngster, Dervla Brady, pushed the world record holder all the way.
She did, and she's gone really quick there, Brady. Like I said, she's been nervous this week. This is her main event, but that 50 freestyle medal's really given her the confidence. But Jiang Yuan had an excellent Paris. She couldn't do anything wrong at the Paralympic Games last year, and she's continued that dominance this week in Singapore.
Oh, what a good contest that was, with 2 swimmers at the front of the field. Jiang takes the title, 34.75. Dervla Brady from Ireland will take the silver medal, and the bronze medal will go to Paralympic bronze medalist Amaral Petzold. Men's 50 metres butterfly F6. Nelson Crispin from Colombia had an excellent heat, and he will go in the centre lane. Bruce D from Great Britain leads them out. He goes there in lane number 8, the 18-year-old Great Britain swimmer. Brazilian swimmer Gabriel Maloney de Oliveira makes his way over to lane number 1. 20-year-old Lu Yanbo from China will go in lane number 7. And his teammate Yang Hong, who has got 2 gold medals to his name already this week. Gold in the backstroke, gold in the individual medley for Yang Hong. He goes to lane number 2. Santiago Leon Prada from Colombia, the 17-year-old, impressed us this week with some fast swimming in the early stages of events. There's Laurent Chardard, the reigning champion. He's won this title 2 times in a row, the Frenchman. He goes in lane number 3. Vladislav Kostman, medalist in the 50 freestyle earlier this week, and the favourite from the heats. Looking confident as he comes out, Nelson Crispin from Colombia, the Paralympic Games silver medalist. He was just ahead of Laurent Chardard on that occasion in Paris last year. He has been world champion in this before, back in 2017. But Chardard, the Frenchman, you see him there, has won the last 2 titles in this one, 2022 and 2023.
Well, Chardard and Crispin have both been quicker this season than they went to take those Paralympic medals last year in Paris, so we know that they are in great form. Kostman looked really strong in the first half of the heat this morning, though, so this is going to be exciting. Great start there coming from Leon Prada of Colombia in lane 6, but already up and into his stroke, it's Luo who leads. But now watch for those centre lanes as the swimmers who propel with their arms coming through the middle. It is Crispin Corzo that just edges ahead at the moment.
And Chardard's right there as well. Crispin is in the mix. Koshman's in the mix in lane 5. Chardard with the longer arm is in there as well, but it is going to be Crispin into the wall, and Crispin will take the title. His second title in 2 days. It's Chardard who will take the silver medal, and Koshman just behind, 1/100th behind Chardard. And there is Nelson Crispin, another victory for the Colombian. It was an excellent swim for Nelson Crispin to take that one, 31:39 for him.
Yeah, the first 15 meters, the lead changed hands about 3 times. But in the end, Crispin Corder was really swum his way into this week. He had a brilliant swim last night in the 100 meters breaststroke to take that victory. And this butterfly was great again. Chardard timing that touch to perfection to just get in ahead of Koshman for that silver medal.
And they are the two that have kind of been there or thereabouts in this 50 metres butterfly, Chardard and Crispin, for a few years now, but they were pushed all the way. The youngsters doing well, weren't they? A great start from Leon Prada, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's been having brilliant reactions and brilliant starts all week. There'll be more to come from him.
There is confirmation of the result. Nelson Crispin wins the title in the men's 50 butterfly. S6, 1/100 separate the silver and bronze medal. Laurent Chardard and Vladislav Koshman. 50 metres freestyle for women's S9 on their way out now. This is going to be fast. Alexa Leary very close to the world record mark in qualification. Christy Raleigh Crossley, 2 times a Paralympic gold medalist, goes out in lane number 8, making her way to the opposite end of the pool. Johanna Frokja of Denmark, the 16-year-old. In lane number 2, Alexander Otera, sorry, in lane number 7, the Polish swimmer. And there is the swimmer from lane number 2, Elena Kliakina, her second final of the night. Busy night for the neutral para-athlete. Mary Jebb took a gold medal in the individual medley earlier this week. The Canadian. The first of the Australians is Emily Beecroft, bronze medalist in the butterfly at these championships. Mariana Ribeiro, she will be a threat. Ribeiro, the reigning world champion, won that title in 23 and in 22. And Alexa Leary, the world record holder, she goes in the centre lane for Australia. Gold medalist in the 100 freestyle at these championships, just outside her own world record to set a championship record this morning in qualification.
Yeah, Leary looked incredible this morning. She was deceptively quick. And she had a brilliant 100 metres as well earlier in the week. So she is definitely the one to beat here.
Ribeiro wasn't too far away in qualification though, so she might pose a threat, the Brazilian in lane number 5. But Alexa Leary, world record holder, goes in lane 4.
Well, it's a strong start all round. The blue hat of Ribeiro for Brazil popped up first, but now already that stroke rate of Leary in the centre lane. It's those two that go head-to-head through 25 meters, but now Leary is edging in front.
And here comes Alexa Leary now. She is ahead of Ribeiro, but Ribeiro is right there in the mix. Ribeiro coming back now. Leary and Ribeiro into the wall, and the touch goes to Ribeiro. 27.60. The world record holder in second position. 27.8 for Alexa Leary. And it is Raleigh Crossley right out there in lane number 8 who will take the bronze for the USA. But what about that? Mariano Ribeiro, well, what a swim it was. How strong was she in the closing stages of that one, Liz Johnson?
She was extremely strong. Leary was in the lead with 10 meters to go, and then she just tied up in the final few strokes. And Ribeiro, like I said, finished extremely strongly. She defends her World Championship title from Manchester. It was Ribeiro at the front end. Then there was definitely a section in the middle where Leary looked like she had it sewn up. And then everything changed. Look, there it is, that finish. Leary breathed with 2 strokes to go, and Ribeiro took the advantage and got the gold medal. Riley Crossley got bronze from lane 8.
What a result there for Mariana Ribeiro of Brazil, 27.60. She takes the title ahead of Alexa Leary from Australia, and Christy Riley Crossley from the outside lane will take bronze. Well, drama again at these championships. You can never predict anything.
No, you've got to be in it, Louise. If you've got a lane, you've got a chance. And we're seeing that tonight.
Well, medal ceremonies to come. We're going to take a little bit of a breather, leave you with these medals.
The medals will be presented by World Para Swimming Senior Manager, Ms. Nicole Burns. Bronze medalist representing Netherlands, Bas Tucker. Silver medalist representing Australia, Thomas Gallagher. Gold medalist and world champion representing Netherlands, Olivia van der Voort. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Netherlands. Please give it up for your medalists. The victory ceremony for the women's 400-meter freestyle S11. Bronze medalist representing People's Republic of China, Zhang Xiaotong. Silver medalist representing Netherlands, Lisette Brouwsma. give it up for your medalists. The victory ceremony for the men's 400-meter freestyle S11. Bronze medalist representing Portugal, Marco Menezes. Silver medalist representing Japan, Uchu Obita. Gold medalist and world champion in a world record time, representing Czechia, David Kartoffel. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Czechia. Please give it up for your medalists. The victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter breaststroke SV8. Bronze medalist, neutral para-athlete, Yelena Klitschkina. Anastasia Dimitriev. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Spain. Please give it up for your medalists.
Well, we're all caught up now. There's all the medal presentations done. Army back to the action with the men's 50 freestyle S9. Simone Barlam trying to go for his 5th world title in a row in this event. World record holder from Italy goes in lane 4.
Well, it was very tight qualification for the majority of the field. Barlam did have that advantage. He's got a margin over the rest of the field, as you said, Paul. Been so dominant in this since we saw him in Mexico City back in 2017.
Actually, when he first made his name on the international stage at those World Championships, and he's unbeaten since then. Well, he's also won 2 Paralympic titles in this event as well. So, yes, Simone Barlam, firm favourite for this one. But the swimmers around him that will have designs on this title, that is for sure. First of the Italians to come out is Simone Chiuli. Simone Chiuli, Paralympian, goes in at lane number 8. The 18-year-old second Italian is Tommaso Volza. Great swim he had in qualification, 26.08. Paralympic Games, 4th place finisher is Zi Jili, Chinese swimmer. Makes his way out to lane number 7. What a record that Denis Tarasov has over the years. The neutral para athlete goes into Fredrik Solberg. Has been on the medal podium the last 2 World Championships and the Paralympic Games. Sorry, Pura Smil Yazdi. Well, another 18-year-old in this final. The Iranian goes in lane number 3. And another 18-year-old, Olivier Krzyzewski, for Poland, goes in lane number 5. There's the Iranian. Pura Smil Yazdi. There's the Pole. Krzyzewski. And here comes the champion, going for his 5th world title in a row in this event. What a record he has over the years. The world record holder set that record winning the Paralympic Games title in Paris last year.
Well, Solberg's done well to be on the last few podiums. He was Paralympic bronze medalist, World Championships silver medalist twice in a row behind Barlam. He's down in lane 6, which isn't too far away from the action. but there will be action all over the field here.
So we hope for the Norwegian team for a medal at these championships. Iran haven't had a medal either. And Boris Malyazdi goes in lane number 3. Krzyzowski in lane number 5, but the champion and the favourite, Simone Barlam, goes in lane number 4.
Take your marks.
Oh, there was a great reaction time from lane number 6. Frederick Solberg is going well in the early stages. He leads at the halfway point, but now the long arms of Barlam hit in the front.
And here comes Barlam now. It's surely going to be another title for Simone Barlam. He's followed by Krzyzowski, but it is going to be Barlam into the wall first. And Barlam takes it 24-20. Krzyzowski will get the silver for Poland. And it will be Solberg just winning the close contest for the bronze ahead of Tarasov and G. 5/100ths of a second separating 3rd, 4th and 5th. But no doubt about the winner there. He was almost half a body length at the end, and great power for Simone Barlam. He is the champion again.
Yeah, he didn't hit the front quite as quickly as we normally see him do, because there were so many good starts from around the pool. But he'll be delighted with another victory there. Waits him from Krzyzowski.
Simone Barlam takes his 5th straight world title in this event, the men's 50 freestyle S9. A great swim from the 18-year-old Krzyzowski to take silver, and Solberg gets Norway's first medal of the championship, just with a close contest ahead of Tarasov and Z. Wow, great swim from Simone Barlam. Well, that's Simone Barlam's 4th gold medal of these championships, Liz. He had 19 before coming here to Singapore, so it's 23 World Championship titles for the Italian. That is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, a great record for Barlam.
And here's the women's 100 freestyle S5. Monica Borgioni from Italy in that centre lane in this women's 100 freestyle S5 final.
Well, it gives us a little bit of time to catch our breath.
It does. We're going to some audience interaction here, some crowd interaction. And Italy, with that great win from Simone Barlam, Monica Borgioni could make it 2 wins in a row for the Italians.
Yeah, she could. There we see some British fans. That crowd interaction, for anyone interested, is if you could dive into a pool of something other than water, would it be popcorn or bubble tea?
Ice cream was one of the options.
Well, I would go to that.
Yeah. So, that's the call-up room again as we see the swimmers coming out for the female 100 metres freestyle S5. There is a 15-year-old Sivleki from Greece. She goes in lane number 8. Sevili Öztürk, 2 medals already for her at these championships. The Turkish swimmer in 1. Alison Gobil, another final for her, the 20-year-old from Canada. Yuri Mao, she'll be hoping to get onto the medal podium. The Japanese swimmer in lane number 2. In lane number 6, there is Elizabeth Noriega, Pan Am Games bronze medalist. Natalie Hornquist has had an excellent championships, winning medals in the freestyle events for Finland. 2 bronze medals for her, 2 silver medals for Agata Kupalova from Czechia. And in the centre, 2 gold medals in those freestyle events so far for Monica Borgioni. The Italian, the gold medal also in the 58 metres breaststroke. She has a great record at World Championships. There's again 3 gold medals at this championships. That makes 10 in total for Monica Borgioni, and she's firm favourite to get another title here. Natalie Hornquist, Finland's only medalist at these championships, looking to add another one.
Yeah, Hornquist has been in great form here, but like you said, Borgioni, defending world champion, she will come into this as the favourite.
It's been the same result in the 2 freestyle events so far. Boccioni taking the gold, Kupalova the silver, and Onquist the bronze. That's been the 50 and the 200 freestyle. This is where they meet in the middle. The 100 freestyle S5 final.
Yeah, good start coming from Ozturk right at the top of the pool, and Alison Gouillon for Canada down in 7. Got away well also, but now we see the black cap of Italy for Monica Boccioni already hit the front as they go through the 25-meter mark. She's had a great showing across the board this week. She's got a very strong second half of her races. She looks good here as they go into the turn. She will be leading. She touches 38.62 ahead of Kupalova 41.11, and then it is Onquist 42.28. So familiar position for these 3 swimmers.
Boccioni is again one of this crop of Italians that really came through, like Simone Biles in her first World Championships was back in 2017, and they have been mainstays in the Italian team ever since. And Boccioni looks like she is going to add another World Championship gold medal to her tally over the years. Boccioni now stretching away from the others. Kupalova in second, but she's not going to catch the Italian. It's going to be Monica Boccioni into the wall in 1:20.65. Another gold medal at these championships for Boccioni, her 4th of the week. It's another silver medal for Kupalova, her 3rd in the freestyle events, and Ornquist makes it a familiar sight on the podium as she takes bronze for Finland, her 3rd bronze medal of the week. But Monica Boccioni, well, she was the class of this field, Liz, and it never really looked like in doubt that they would be challenged her.
No, she had a significant margin over the others based on the times that they have been this season. Paralympic bronze medalist. But she looked very, very strong. Like we said, she's strong down that first 50, but she's even stronger on that second 50. And it will be a repeat of the freestyle podiums that we've seen in this classification group this week.
Monica Boccioni wins the 100 freestyle S5 title in 1:20.65, ahead of Agata Kupalova and Natalie Ornquist with the bronze. Boccioni so consistent as these times, 1:20.65. You look at the winning times or the medal times that she's done over the years. She's there or thereabouts. 1:20, 1:21.
She's reliable, that's for sure.
Men's 100 freestyle S5 final. Italian team represented by Francesco Bocciado. Kirill Pulver, though, was fastest from the heats, the neutral para athlete. Well, just qualifying in lane number 8, a 3 times gold medalist at these championships, Wu Jincheng. China, he might pose a threat from that outside lane. Kutlu with the other side of the pool, the Turkish swimmer. Anthony Ponce-Bertrand has been on good form, the Spanish swimmer. He goes in lane number 7. Silver medalist in the breaststroke and the individual medley. And there's Samuel da Silva de Oliveira, the Brazilian silver medalist in the butterfly earlier this week, and a couple of bronze medals as well. Artem Olenek has impressed us this week. 2 medals for him, including a gold in the 200 freestyle. Alexander Komarov, though, Paralympic champion in this event and reigning world champion from Ukraine. He goes in lane number 3. There's Francesco Bocciado, just beaten by Olenek in the 200 freestyle yesterday to take a silver medal. But they were all behind Kirill Pulver, Paralympic Games bronze medalist last year and a bronze medalist yesterday in the 200 freestyle. Interesting one. This list, Kirill Pulver looked very good in the qualification heats, but it's fairly comfortable qualification for the big names, Komarov, Bocciado, Ponce-Bertrand. It's almost that the experienced campaigners are in here, but there's youngsters all over the place, isn't there?
There is, and they pose a huge threat. Artem Olenek has been a real revelation for Ukraine this week.
And let's not forget about Jing Chen right down there at the bottom, qualified in 8th position, Paralympic silver medalist.
And it will be Guo Jincheng that you'd expect to be leading early on. He and the Silva de Oliveira up there in 2 for Brazil with the best starts, very similar strokes from those two athletes as they go through that 25-meter mark, leading the way. But don't discount the centre lanes as the charge starts to come through. They all bring each other through. But now we are with Guo, who's going very well, down in lane 8. That is Samuel de Silva de Oliveira. It will be Guo that turns first, 31.88. Komarov, 33.44. Pulver, 33.77. So outside lanes leading, but now the charge comes from the middle.
Oh, well, this is going to be an interesting one. Guo Jingchen, can he hold on? He's a fantastic sprinter, but I think he is going to be caught now by the swimmers in the middle. Here comes Komarov in lane number 3, the Paralympic champion. And next to him is Kirill Pulver in lane number 4. It might be Komarov in 3 now into the finish. Coming home in 6 as well is Olenek, but it is going to be Komarov. Komarov will take the title in 108.86. A great finish from Olenek to take the silver. It's Ukraine 1 and 2, and the neutral para-athlete will take the bronze, Kirill Pulver. But a great swim from Komarov. Well, he was the champion, the reigning world champion and the reigning Paralympic champion. And he's done it again, Liz. What a swim from the experienced campaigner, 37 years of age now, Alexander Komarov. And he's taken the world title again.
He came through so strongly in that second half of the race. We knew he would. Disadvantaged off the start, like we see the different swim types, different profiles, different impairments play out of the course of the entire race. So it always goes down to the wire, but the key is to not tie up, not panic, and Komarov, with his experience, doesn't do that. He had a great swim in the 20-point relay at the beginning of the week, but that was a long time ago. And he's had other events, but this was the one that he was waiting for.
Alexander Komarov of Ukraine takes the title again. He retains his title in the men's under freestyle S5. It's a Ukraine 1-2 with Kirill Pulver, neutral para-athlete, in the bronze medal position. Well, again, youngsters right there. Olenek, really fast finish there. And he's been great this week.
Yeah, and he has that turnover in his second half of all of his races, whether it be 50, 100 or 200, has been really impressive.
Women's 200 freestyle S4. Katie Kubiak has been in world record-breaking form this week. She goes in the centre lane. Oh, swimmers led out from lane number 8, Anastasia Goncharova, one of the neutral para-athletes in this final. Jordan Tucker from Canada making her way into the opposite side of the pool. Herrera dos Santos of Brazil will be the first of the 2 Brazilians in this final. 2 bronze medals to her name this week. Nelly Miranda Herrera, what a great record she has had in this event. She's been the world champion in this one, 2010 and 2013. Lydia Vera de Cruz has been starting fast in all of her events. She took a silver in the 50 freestyle. Gina Butcher is a very fast finisher, bronze medalist in the individual medley, the German. Mira Larionova, been impressed by her strength in the later stages of the races as well, the neutral para-athlete. And there is Katie Kubiak. Well, 3 gold medals to her name and a silver. And the USA swimmer, very much a find for the USA team this year.
Yeah, she has been excellent this week. The USA team having a great World Championships to kickstart their cycle into a home Paralympic Games. They got a real mix of rookies and experienced campaigners, and it's proving a very successful combination.
So Kubiak trying to add another gold medal to her tally this week. She won the 50 freestyle, 100 freestyle, and also won the 50 meters backstroke as well. She took a silver, swimming up against the S5s in the 50 butterfly. So 4 gold medals to her name. Katie Kubiak, she goes in lane number 4. This is the 200 freestyle S4 final. Most of the swimmers in the water, but some going from the blocks.
Yeah, and a good start coming from Lilia Vieira da Cruz of Brazil in lane 6. She's had a successful week as well. A number of visits to the podium, but the eyes will be on this swimmer here, Katie Kubiak of the United States of America, in that center lane. She had good qualification this morning, broke the championship record when a time of 2:50.82. She'll be leading at the first turn, 37.87 for the American. And it is Vieira da Cruz, 42.26. Then it's all pretty tight behind her. Butcher of Germany taking a touch at the first turn, 44.31, just ahead of Larionova, who we've seen finish extremely quickly in all of her races.
And there is Kubiak, a huge advantage there as she comes down to the halfway stage. Vieira da Cruz just holding on to second place. Vieira da Cruz and Pereira dos Santos, they were medalists at the last World Championships. The last time this event was held in 2022. But Kubiak, well, she is away and clear at the front of the field. 1:19.66, faster than she went in the heats this morning. So it's looking good for Katie Kubiak. Second place now. It's a very tight contest, you know. Lidia Vieira da Cruz just ahead of Gina Butcher, 1:30.19. Butcher, 1:31.52. Larionova is 1:32.60. And Nelly Miranda Herrera, 1:34.73. So all to play for the silver and bronze. But the gold medal list looks like it is sewn on for Katie Kubiak.
Yeah, she really attacked that first 100 meters. She had a very high stroke rate, very good drive from the shoulders. She's slowed down slightly now, but she's already got a great advantage. She went through 100 meters in a championship record, 1:19.66. She's just turned there in 2:04.94, so she's still under that pace that she went this morning. She's looking good here. Gina Butcher now has moved up into the silver medal position for Germany, with Vieira da Cruz a fraction ahead of the fast finishing Larionova. But we're into the final 15 meters for Kubiak.
Let's just check the clock here, Liz. It is just about going to slip by the world record mark, 2:44.97. A championship record of 2:50.82 that she set this morning. It's just going to slip by as well, but it's another gold for Katie Kubiak of the USA. 4 gold medals now at these championships for the newcomer to the US team. It is going to be Butcher and Larionova touching the wall almost together, but Gina Butcher will get the silver for Germany. 3:08.01 for Butcher and 3:08.54 for Larionova, finishing strongly as we thought she might. Larionova, she always seems to build these races, but Gina Butcher had the advantage there to take the silver medal. Final swimmers coming in now in the closing stages. Jordan Tucker and Anastasia Goncharova are the final 2 swimmers to complete the distance. They're having a good contest on either side of the pool. And their times were just over the 4-minute mark. But there is the new champion, Katie Kubiak. Again, another gold medal. And she looked absolutely unbeatable, Liz, right from the off there in this 200.
Yeah, as we just see now, Jordan Tucker's going to get the touch. Goncharova was finishing fast, though, in lane 8 there, just over those 4-minute mark. Well, Tucker was bang on the time she went this morning, and Goncharova a second inside. So good swims from them in the outside lane. But back to talking about Katie Kubiak for just a little minute. She's really good around the walls. You can see she doesn't waste any time at all, straight up and into her stroke. She really attacked that first 100 meters and probably paid for that a little bit in the closing stages. But she had nothing to lose, and she has been trying to get those times, move those times on from heats to finals throughout the week. That's what she said her target has been at these World Championships, and she's done a great job all week. It's a long week for your first major championship. She had a busy schedule, and it's all part of the learning curve.
Katie Kubiak wins the women's 200 freestyle S4, her 4th gold medal of the week. What a week she's had. Gina Butcher take the silver for Germany. Mira Larionova the bronze. Oh, some newcomers there have really swum well this week. Ami Omer Dadon is in the fast lane for the men's 200 meters freestyle final in the S4 classification. Dadon, the world record holder, he's had a good week, Liz.
He has, but again, very dominant in this one, the Paralympic, the world and the European champion.
There's some medalists from earlier in the week. Brendan Hall, again, medalist in the 400 freestyle. How many times was that? It's an incredible record he has.
It was one of the races of the week, that S9 men's 400 meters freestyle, because there was potential everywhere across the pool.
That's right, we've had some cracking contests, haven't we, this week? It's kept us busy. It's a long schedule, isn't it? 172 events. We're getting on to the S4 final now in the 200 freestyle on this final night of action here in Singapore. Andreas Ehrenhofer from Austria leads them out in that outside lane. Dimitri Grandjou made his debut for the French team at the Paralympic Games last year. Gustavo Sanchez Martinez, first of the 2 Mexicans. He comes out in lane number 7, Paralympic Games gold medalist in London with Sanchez Martinez. There was Beggiato of Italy in lane number 2, the first of the 2 Italians. Second Mexican is Camacho Ramirez. He goes in lane number 6. Roman Zdanov, gold medalist in the individual medley in a world record time. Roman Zdanov, he will go in lane number 3. Federico Cristiani, silver medalist in the 100 freestyle earlier in the week, and he was behind Ami Omer Dadon on that occasion. Dadon, world champion in 2022 and 23, Paralympic champion in Tokyo and in Paris. World record that he holds was set in Tokyo to win that Paralympic title, so he will be the one to beat Ami Omer Dadon. But Federico Cristiani, the 20-year-old, 4th place in the Paralympic Games in his debut for the Italian team at Paralympics. And he's been on good form this week, Cristiani. He goes in lane 5. Zdanov, we know, is in good shape. The neutral para athlete. And Camacho Ramirez, also a medalist in that 100 free earlier in the week. The Mexican goes in 6.
Yeah, it is a good start from the Mexican in lane number 6, Camacho Ramirez. He always gets away well, but already Dadon is up and into the lead. Cristiani going well for Italy. He's right on his best this morning after the heats. And Dadon has been swimming exceptionally well all week here in Singapore.
And he's coming up to the turn now. He's got his almost trademark turn, Ami Omer Dadon, hasn't he?
Yeah, and hopefully we'll stick with this shot long enough to see it, because it's very different. There it is, you can see he always has a slow touch because he doesn't actually touch with his hands. He swivels round and puts his feet on the wall to push off. So the split is deceiving. Cristiani 38.42, Dadon 39.14 ahead of Camacho Ramirez 40.11. So it's 200 meters, so watch out for Roman Zdanov, the neutral para athlete in lane 3. He was a champion back in 19, and he had a brilliant individual medley swim earlier in the week, breaking the world record in that one and looking extremely strong. But here, as we approach the halfway point. Dodon now will get to see this turn here. You see he goes in, and then it's his feet that register the time. So again, the time says he turns second, 120.97, behind a 120.66 of Cristiani, but that isn't quite how it panned out. Camacho Ramirez, 124.66.
And there's Dodon now. He's opening up a little bit of a gap between him and Cristiani. We'll go into this final turn now. Dodon is, well, probably just edging it at the moment. Cristiani losing ground as they go down to this third 50, and Dodon coming into the turn. Let's see what he will make of this final turn. There's Dodon, there's that turn again, and he is heading for home. Cristiani in second, but what a close contest for third. Zdanov maybe moving into that bronze position.
Yeah, Zdanov made his move in the second half of this race, but here is Dodon. He's away and clear.
Dodon now on world record pace here, and he might be inside that world record that he set in Tokyo. It's a very fast swim here from the Israeli. It'd be wonderful for him to dip under that time. He was just about half a second inside it, Dodon. He's coming in to the closing stages now. 2:44.84 is the record. Is he going to be inside it? Oh, goodness. Just outside for Ami Omar Dodon. But he takes another gold medal. A championship record. 7/100ths outside his own world record. 2:44.91. Cristiani in the silver medal position. And Zdanov comes through to take the bronze just ahead of Camacho Ramirez.
Well, we're just looking now at the top of the pool. Dimitri Gagnon coming in for France. And then Sanchez Martinez for the second Mexican to touch the wall. And Andreas Ehrenhofer of Austria will round this one out. But Dodon, he was so close there at the end. That just tying up in the final stages of that final 50 meters. But he put the effort into the early half of the race, and it was by the smallest of margins that he missed that world record.
Yeah, he was inside it all the way. He had a very fast first 50. Dodon here's, like you said, he was behind Cristiani, but that was a little bit deceptive because of Dodon's turn, the technique he has in the turn. But it's very effective, that technique, isn't it?
Yeah, and it does mean that when he comes into this final 50, he does touch a full stretch. It looks like he's had a huge advantage. Like he's made up loads of ground on that last leg, but he's had a brilliant week once again.
Gold medal in a championship record time for Ami Omar Dodon. It's his fourth gold medal of the week. Federico Cristiani takes the silver for Italy, and Roman Zdanov takes the bronze for the neutral para-athletes. And, well, time for us to go to the next set of medal ceremonies, starting with the women's 100 freestyle S7.
Silver medalist, representing Australia, Chloe Osborne. Gold medalist and world champion, representing the United States of America, Morgan Stickney.
Thank you.
rise if you're able for the national anthem of the United States of America. Please give it up for your medalists. You're able for the national anthem of Ukraine. give it up for your medalists. Representing Ireland, Douglas Brady. Representing the People's Republic of China, Jiang Yuyan. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of the People's Republic of China. The victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters butterfly S6. Bronze medalist, representing Ukraine, Władysław Boczek. Silver medalist, representing France, Lorraine Chavard. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Colombia. Give it up for your medalists.
The lights are up, Liz, and we are going on to the next final, the women's 200 metres individual medley in the SM13 classification. Olivia Chambers, fastest from the heats, Paralympic champion, world record holder Carlota Gili qualified in second position. Emma Falou Martin leads them out, the first of three Spanish swimmers in this 200 IM final SM13. Alexander Gibletseva, neutral para athlete, goes on the other side of the pool. There is Ariadna Edo Beltran, second Spanish swimmer there. And there's the third Spanish swimmer, Marian Polo Lopez. It's my great anchor leg in the Spanish relay team yesterday for them to take gold. The first of the USA swimmers coming out is Grace Newfer, the champion in the 100 butterfly earlier this week. Roisin Nirine, Paralympic Games, bronze medalist last year, 3 silvers this week at these championships. Carlota Gili, world record holder, world champion, Paralympic champion. The Italian goes in 5. But the in-form swimmer this week has been Olivia Chambers, Paralympic Games silver medalist last year. She's already taken 3 golds at these championships, the 100 free, the breaststroke, and also in the 50 as well. So Chambers, 400 free has been fantastic for Chambers, so we know that she has got the endurance at the end of this race. But back-to-back with Paralympic champion Carlota Gili.
Well, Gili will want to try and break the dominance of the Americans in this classification this week, as will Nirine. Gili's last chance for the gold medal. And they get away well. Gili staying underwater for the longest, coming up in lane 5, the Italian. Newfer goes in 6. She won the individual 100 meters butterfly in the tight tussle with Gili. Gili's met a very in-form American squad here this week, but going well for Ireland in the early stages. In lane 3, it's Nirine. It will be Gili that turns first, 30.3, just a 10th ahead of Nirine, and then Newfer is just ahead of her teammate Chambers by 5/100ths. So it's still very much all to play for. There we see Chambers and Gili in those 2 centre lanes. Nirine still right there with them. Chambers, the breaststroke champion earlier in the week, so expect her to be strong on that one. She leads them into the turn.
And she's strong on that backstroke as well. Olivia Chambers And she goes in to the lead there, 106.24. Well, as you said, Liz, she was a champion on the breaststroke, champion on the 400 freestyle as well. So we know she's got some stamina at the end of this 200 IM. And leading at the halfway point, 106.24, Gilly 107.45, Noreen right in there in 108.03. And these three are pulling away from the others in this field. It looks like it might be Paula Lopez and Nufa battling it out for fourth, but the three in the center of the pool are looking good as they come to this final turn. Chambers looking fantastic in the lead here.
Yeah, they are away and clear, and it will be Chambers that turns to head for home. 150.39. Julie next to her, 153.5, and then 153.99 for Nguyen. Chambers is the 400-meter Paralympic champion. She's the 400-meter freestyle world champion, and she is going to be difficult to catch in this last 25 meters.
Well, she certainly is. That straight arm freestyle of Olivia Chambers is going to take her to another gold medal. She has won 3 already this week. This is going to be number 4. Great battle for silver, but no doubt about the winner. It's Olivia Chambers into the wall now in 2:25.83. An excellent time there from Olivia Chambers. Carlotta Gili will take the silver for Italy, and Roisin Narayan will take the bronze for Ireland. Another medal for Ireland, another medal for Italy, but the gold medal, 4th gold medal of the week for Olivia Chambers, and that was an excellent time, just faster than she went to win the silver in Paris last year.
Yeah, she's edging ever closer to that America's record of Rebecca Myers that has stood since the World Championships in 2015 in Glasgow. We've talked about the Americans having great pedigree in the S7 classification, and they have in this as well. They have taken every single gold medal on offer here in Singapore in these women's S13, SB13, SM13 events. And that bodes well for this 4-year cycle into LA 2028.
4 for Olivia Chambers, 2 for Gia Pergolini, and Grace Nufa with 1 in the fly. The result of the 200 individual medley, SM13, Olivia Chambers takes her 4th gold medal of the week. Carlotta Gili, the silver for the Italian. Roisin Narayan, great swim for the Irish swimmer to finish in the bronze medal position. Yeah, what a good squad the Americans have in the women's SM13. Men's SM13 final. 2 neutral para-athletes in the middle lane. Chitkowski has won 3 gold medals already this week. Philipp Hebmuller, the first of the 2 German swimmers, he will make his way out to lane number 8. Genti Sato from Japan on the opposite side of the pool. Bronze medalist in the breaststroke, Stefan Litsitsky, neutral para-athlete, will go in lane number 7. Alex Portal, the reigning champion in this one. He's won the title twice. Alex Portal, the Frenchman. Nathan Hendricks, he'll see this as a chance to get on the medal podium. He goes in 6th for South Africa. Talis Oingo, the man who has won the breaststroke championship. World record holder in the breaststroke in the SM13 class. Timofey Guk won the S12 breaststroke. Swimmer in lane 5. And Igor Shitskovsky. 3 gold medals and the bronze for the neutral para-athlete of this championships. And he looked really powerful in the qualification heats. It's a combined event. Liz, there are S12s and S13 swimming against each other. The only SM12 swimmer in this one is Timofey Guk, the breaststroke champion in that classification. He goes in lane number 5.
Yeah, combined event, but just another reminder, only 1 set of medals on offer. Guk's given himself a good chance with qualification in that 2nd fastest lane.
Well, Shitskovsky was really the fastest qualifier from the heats, and he was very, very powerful on the freestyle leg of that one. He won the 100 freestyle, he won the 400 freestyle at these championships. Can he win the 200 IM? He goes in lane number 4. They have the 2 breaststroke champions either side of him.
Yeah, And it was the pink hat of Guk that popped up first on the butterfly as they moved through 25 meters. Going well at the top, it is Alex Portal, the defending champion in this one. It's the Paralympic silver medalist for France up there at the top of the picture. He will turn in 26.68, just ahead of Guk, with Engel in third for Germany after 50 meters. But they're onto the backstroke now, and Chitowski had an excellent turn. He's moved through to the front of the field. He'll lead after 75 meters. Portal still in silver medal position with Guk in bronze currently.
Well, there is Chitowski. What a find he has been. He's broken through at these championships, 17 years of age, and he leads at the halfway point. And it's 59.19 for him. Portal in second, 59.96. Guk in third, 101.03. But we know he's a very strong breaststroker, Timofey Guk, as is Thalasso Engel, the German, who's down in fifth position, but now making his way through the field in lane number 3 and coming back into contention for the medals. But Chitowski has a big lead, and we know how strong his freestyle is.
He is, and Portal has got an excellent 400 meters freestyle, but he's a long way back as we go into the turn. Guk has now moved through. Engel's had an excellent breaststroke, as was expected. Chitowski, 1:35.61, 3 seconds ahead of Portal, who's got a slight lead over Timofey Guk as they go into the final. But now also watch Thalasso Engel try to hold on to this battle for the podium.
Well, here comes Igor Chitowski, another fantastic swim from the neutral para-athlete. The 17-year-old is going to take his 4th gold medal of the week. He hits the wall, and he will take it in 2:06.07. Portal, the previous champion, will take the silver. And what a contest for the bronze. And it's just won by Timofey Guk, the neutral para-athlete, 0.2 of a second ahead of Germany's Thalasso Engel. But Chitowski, 2:06.07, an excellent time for the neutral para-athlete to take the title.
It was a great swim. Once he was up and into that backstroke, there was no real looking back. He swam excellently well, just got stronger and stronger. The breaststrokers put up an excellent fight on that third 50, but the advantage was too much.
Well, Chitowski was dominant. He was leading from a very early stage, actually. He was down a little bit on the butterfly, but as soon as they got onto the backstroke, he was in front of the field, and he never really surrendered that lead. The breaststrokers did come back. Alex Portal did a great job. He was right there in the mix all the way through. Igor Chitowski takes the title, the neutral para-athlete, in 2:06.07. Alex Portal, silver this time for the Frenchman. Timofey Guk takes the bronze, and an African record for Nathan Hendricks in 6th place. Well, that was another. These 200 IMs are great, aren't they? The lead changes hands. We love them.
Yes.
2 lengths of the pool for the women's 100 meters freestyle S3. Leanne Smith from the USA will be the favorite, the world record holder. Patricia Valli, well, medalist yesterday in the 200. She goes in lane number 8. Dominica Meccanati from Italy. She'll go on the other side of the pool, just 4th place in that 200 yesterday. Teresa Perales, silver medalist in the S2 200 freestyle. The experienced Spaniard goes in 7. Zoya Shirova goes in lane number 2 for neutral para-athletes. Delia Fontecuberta Severa, 2 medals in the freestyle events already this week. And Fernandez Infante, Paralympic Games, silver medalist from Spain, goes in 3. In the middle lanes, we'll have Rachel Watson, the bronze medalist from the Paralympic Games in Paris. And we will have the Paralympic champion and world record holder Leanne Smith from the USA going in lane number 4. Leanne Smith already with 3 gold medals to her name this week. She's won the 50 and the 200 freestyle and the individual medley. And this is the 100 freestyle, the one where she set the world record earlier this year in April. It's a combined event again, Liz, sorry. Teresa Paralympics, the S2 swimmer, swimming up against the S3s.
Yeah, just to reiterate, only one set of medals on offer.
So Paralympics will go in at lane number 7. Already, well, Teresa Paralympics and Patricia Valley side by side there in 7 and 8. Two of the most experienced athletes out there. Teresa Paralympics, her 8th World Championship. She's got 23 medals in total, Teresa Paralympics, and Patricia Valley, her 11th World Championships, and she's got 36 medals. Not a bad tally between the two of them in 7 and 8.
I was going to say, what a combination from 2 lanes.
They are up against it because the swimmers in the middle are swimming well this week. Leanne Smith and Marta Fernandez-Infante. We haven't seen Rachel Watson too much, the Australian. She will go in lane number 5.
Take your marks.
And she caused a shock to the world record holder.
Well, Fernandez-Infante got away well for Spain in 3, but that fast stroke of Smith already into the lead. She's been in brilliant form this week in the individuals and in the relay, and when she's at her best, she is really difficult to beat. It's been great to see her find that world record breaking form. She does also hold the championship record. She had a brilliant competition at the World Championships in Funchal back in 2022. She was a top performer there. She was off her game in 23, but she is back and leading the way. She's just gone through the 50, the championship record 39.83. Watson 41.74 with Fernandez-Infante 44.53. The United States of America having an excellent night on this final night here at the OTBC Aquatic Centre, and Smith looks to be continuing that.
She certainly does. That 39.83 was a record, championship record for the 50 freestyle at the halfway point. So Smith bang on course to try and get inside that world record that she holds, 126.76. As you can see, Fernandez-Infante now beginning to come back. Rachel Watson is in third, but into the wall now. Leanne Smith paying for the early pace. Is she going to do it? Just outside the record, but it's another title for the American. Her 4th title this week. Leanne Smith will take it. The fast finishing Fernandez-Infante, a European record. Lifetime best for the Spaniard, 129.77, and an oceanic record for Rachel Watson, 132.40. What a great set of swims there from the leading 3.
Yeah, it was a very fast race at the front as we just look now. The battle between Teresa Paralympics of Spain and Zoya Shirova up there, the neutral para athlete. Paralympics just getting the touch. She's got her own championship record in the S2 classification. 2:02.36 was the time for the Spaniards. So there's records everywhere in the water here. But it was, look at that fast reaction from Fernandez-Infante. Once they were up into the stroke, Leanne Smith, she really attacked that. She's, like I said, she's back to her best. She's swimming with confidence. As you rightly said, Bull, she probably paid a little bit for that pace in the final stages, but she won't be too bothered about that. She broke the world record back in April, and she's had a brilliant showing here in Singapore.
Yeah, Leanne Smith, great performance there. It was another gold medal winning performance from Leanne Smith of the USA, just a second or so outside her own world record. 4 gold medals here at these championships for Leanne Smith. Leanne Smith takes the title in the women's 100 freestyle S3. It's a European record for Marta Fernandez-Infante with the silver. Oceanic record for Rachel Watson in the bronze medal position. And Teresa Paralympics sets a championship record in the S2 classification, swimming up against the S3s. It's been a good night for the USA, isn't it?
Very much so. Yeah, they're having a great championship.
Yeah, some newcomers, some of the established names doing really well for the USA. Next set of medal presentations on their way now. Women's 50 freestyle, S9.
Representing the United States of America, Christy Rally Crossley. Silver medalist representing Australia, Alexa Leary. Gold medalist and world champion representing Brazil, Mariana Ribeiro. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Brazil. victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter freestyle S9. Silver medalist representing Poland, Olivier Kryszkowski. Gold medalist and world champion representing Italy, medalist representing Czechia, rise if you're able for the national anthem of Ukraine.
100 freestyle S3. Men is up next. 3 more finals in the individual events for us to enjoy tonight. 2 Ukrainians in this men's 100 freestyle S3 final on either side of the fastest qualifier, Gabriele Lorenzo from Italy. So this is 100 freestyle S3. Sono, the 14-year-old from Peru, makes her way out to the outside lane, lane number 8. Vincenzo Boni, medalist at the World Championships 2022. He goes in at lane number 1, Josiah Top. What a great week the German has had. 2 gold medals to his name at these championships. He'll get off to the fast start. Diego Lopez Diaz, the world record holder, set that in 2018, still stands for the Mexican Unut Umlu. Oh, he was a bronze medalist in the 200 freestyle. Palamarchuk was a bronze medalist in the backstroke. His teammate Ostapchenko, gold medalist in that backstroke event a little earlier in the week. Gold medalist yesterday in the 200 freestyle was 19-year-old Italian Gabriele Lorenzo. So she taken a silver medal in 50 freestyle. And that was behind Josiah Top with that red cap of Germany. He goes in at lane number 7. So Lorenzo in the middle. Josiah Top will be 1 lane from the bottom, the German. And again, Liz, it's the S3 classifications. Remember, S1 to 10, loads of physical impairments. So this is some of the most impaired athletes in para swimming.
Yeah, the lower the number, the more significant the impairment on the athletes swimming. So there's quite a diverse range of impairment types in this one, and therefore a diverse range of swimming profiles. Toff will get off to a good start in that red hat of Germany. It is Toff that goes off the block. He uses that underwater. He'll look to get ahead and then hope that the athletes don't chase him down. You see a range of strokes. Ostapchenko is doing backstroke down this first 50 meters. Lorenzo off to a great start for Italy. He's going through 25 meters, but he's behind that fast start of Toff, starting to come through now. The German going very well. He's had an excellent week here at these World Championships. But Lorenzo is in that center lane. He was the fastest qualifier, and he's leading the way into the turn. It will be Lorenzo that touches first around the wall. 45.41 ahead of Ostapchenko. 47.08 with Palamarchuk. 47.90 just ahead of Toff. Toff will have a good turn, but Lorenzo is going very well here. Ostapchenko now on his front, swimming down this second length, but Lorenzo does have the advantage for Italy.
And he has just got an advantage here coming into the last half of this one. That's a 15-meter marker. He's got 15 meters to go to try and add another title. Gabriele Lorenzo, the 200 meters champion, is now swimming away from Denis Ostapchenko. It is an excellent swim from the Italian. We've just keep an eye on the clock, but it is Lorenzo into the wall now, and he touches in 1:33.25. Another goal for Italy, another goal for Gabriele Lorenzo, just outside the world record, a championship record for Lorenzo. Ostapchenko will get into the silver medal position, and what a good swim from Josiah Top. He will take the bronze just ahead of Umut Unlu by around about half a second or so, with Palamarchuk close behind in 5th.
Well, that was supreme swimming from Lorenzo. We saw how delighted he was to take that 200-meter title yesterday, and then in the heats this morning, he just looked like a different swimmer now that he's got that gold medal under his belt. And again, he attacked this with all the confidence of a newly crowned champion, the teenager from Italy, swimming away with that one. That championship record will also be a European record. Well, a word for Josiah Toff out there in lane 7. He's so used to getting those fast starts and then being caught up, but he's really worked hard on holding on, and he did at the end there hold off that late fight from Unlu.
Gabriel Lorenzo takes the title in the men's under freestyle S3 in a European and championship record time. Denisov Stapchenko will take the silver for Ukraine, and Josiah Top will take a medal for Germany, a bronze. Top just getting out of the pool in front of us, Les. He put absolutely everything into that, and the Germans had a great week.
He has indeed.
Wow. Great contest there in his S3. 3 Great Britain swimmers in 4, 5 and 6 in the final of the 100 metres butterfly for women, S14.
Well, we've talked about a lot of countries having a lot of depth in certain classification groups, and this women's S14 classification group does have deep representation from the British athletes. They've had one British 1, 2, 3 this week. Shabalina will look to spoil their party.
She looks to be one of the few swimmers that might just be able to challenge the Britain swimmers in the middle of the lane. So Aris de Oliveira has had a good week. The Brazilian member of that Brazilian relay team. Kajal Mata was a member of the Thai relay team as well during this week. Daria Meleshko, first of the neutral para-athletes, goes in 7th. Paige Leonhardt, the Australian, well, she's been a medal at the Paralympic Games in this event back in Tokyo. Louise Fiddis, medalist right at the start of this competition in the 200 metres freestyle. Valeria Shabalina, Paralympic champion back in Tokyo in 2021. Here is Poppy Maskell in lane number 5. Well, she's the Paralympic champion, silver medalist at the World Championships last year, and she was behind her teammate in qualification, Olivia Newman-Baronius, fastest into this final. It was an excellent swim in the heats, 104.55 for Newman-Baronius, over 2 seconds faster than anyone.
Yeah, we've talked about how strong the British are in this classification group, but they've never won this title. Paige Leonhardt in 2 for Australia, won it in 22 in Madeira. Shabalina won it in London in 2019. Who's going to get this one?
Newman-Baronius in 4, Shabalina in 3, Maskell in 5 and Fiddis in 6 in the centre lanes. Great reaction from Louise Fiddis in lane 6.
Fiddis will finish strongly, no doubt. Valeria Shabalina in 3 popped up ahead, but going well in 5 at the moment. It is the Paralympic champion, Poppy Maskell. She's attacking this one. She holds the world record, and she's using that speed down this first 50 metres. She looks strong as we come into the turn. 29 flat. She's under world record pace as she leads away. Newman-Baronius was second, 29.66. She's 1/10 of a second ahead of Shabalina.
Well, Poppy Maskell looking very good in the early stages here. Can she hold on now? Newman-Baronius beginning to come back now in lane number 4. Maskell, the world record holder, just about holding it. Shabalina in 3rd position. It's going to be Maskell and Newman-Baronius into the wall, absolutely together. And the touch goes to Maskell, 102.58. It's a new world record for Poppy Maskell of Great Britain. Newman-Baronius, 102.75, bang on the old world record mark, and Shabalina will take the bronze for the neutral para-athletes. But what a swim! Poppy Maskell, another gold medal here in Singapore, a world record time.
Yeah, you can see there the reaction time of Fiddis, but once they were up and into the swim, it was Maskell that attacked that first 50 metres. The margin that she was under the world record by at the turn was pretty much how it finished at the end. Newman-Baronius was coming back with every stroke, but Maskell had done enough. It was an excellent swim from the Paralympic champion to become the world champion, and she'll be delighted to be sharing the podium with her teammate.
Well, we're waiting for the official results, Liz, but Poppy Maskell, well, that was a great swim. She really took it out strong. Newman Baronius was coming back with absolutely every stroke. Poppy Maskell, if that result is confirmed, she will be crowned champion in a new world record time, 102.58. Newman Baronius, well, the old world record was 102.74. Newman Baronius went 102.75.
It was incredible swimming.
The result is confirmed. Poppy Maskell is the world champion in a world record time, 102.58, ahead of her teammate Olivia Newman Baronius, with Valeria Shabalina in the bronze medal position. So 1-2 for Great Britain in that women's S14. They're also going to be represented in the final two races as well, the Great Britain team. First of them being the men's 100 metres butterfly S14. Gabriel Bandera, who's been on great form this week, goes next to Paralympic champion Alexander Hillhouse in this 100 metres butterfly. Declan Budd, first of the two Australian swimmers in this final. Matsuda from Japan. Again, two Japanese swimmers in this one. Matsuda goes in one. Arthur Ribeiro, first of the two Brazilians in this one. He swam very well in the relay for the Brazil team the other day. Benjamin Hans, the second Australian. He was a medalist at last World Championships in this event. Yamaguchi swam very well to qualify in heats. The breaststroke champion this week. Champion in the 200 freestyle at these championships here. Will Ellard goes in lane number 3. Alexander Hillhouse, the Paralympic champion, ahead of Ellard last year in Paris. He will go in at lane number 5. And Gabriel Bandera, fastest qualifier. He's been in sensational form this week. Winner of the 200 individual medley yesterday. He's the reigning world champion in this one. He's won it twice, in 2022 and in 2023. 3 medalists from the Paralympic Games last year are in the middle lanes. In Paris, it was Hillhouse who took the gold, Ellard the silver, and Bandera the bronze. Are we going to be in for the same medalists? Is it going to be in the same order? Yamaguchi swam well, Hans swam well in the heats. Very, very close in terms of qualification. Bandera had the edge. It was only a 1/10 of a second ahead of Hillhouse in qualification. Really, there's only a 1.5 seconds separating the entire field. Bandera, world champion, world record holder, goes in lane number 4.
And they get away well. Xavier Ribeiro down in 7, probably got the best start for Brazil, but we move into the centre, and it is the other Brazilian, Gabriel Bandera, going well. Benjamin Hans up in 2, having a good first 35 metres for Australia. That tall figure up there at the top of the shot. We go into the turn, and it is Hans, 25.22, exactly the same time as Ellard. And then it's the two Brazilians, Bandera, 25.71, and Xavier Ribeiro just 1/100th behind. Hillhouse right in it as well, but it's Bandera that leads through the 75 metres.
That was a great turn from Bandera, took him ahead of Ellard and of Hans. Ellard coming back now, Bandera right in the mix here. It's going to be Ellard and Bandera. Hillhouse coming back. Is it going to be Ellard or Bandera? Into the wall. Ellard has done it. It's 54.32, 8/100ths ahead of Bandera, with Hillhouse in the bronze medal position. But what a finish there from Will Ellard to take that butterfly title. Well, Bandera and Ellard into the wall together. And it came down to the touch, Liz. It's a championship record for Will Ellard. 8/100ths was the margin of victory at the end.
Well, it was a great race, and it came right down to the wire. Bandera went in the last couple of strokes. They were really short. Will Ellard finished like a train. We should get to see it now as we come into this replay. But Ellard will be delighted. That'll feel like a steal.
Ooh.
Bandera totally missing his finish. He's had a good week.
What a way to finish the individual events. These World Championships. Will Ellard taking the gold. Championship record for Will Ellard. Will Ellard takes the title in the men's 100 butterfly S14. A championship record ahead of Gabriel Bandera, Alexander Hillhouse in third, and Hans an oceanic record in fourth. Well, what a way to finish these individual events. 8 100 separating the winners. More medal ceremonies to come before the final event of these championships. The relay will be up shortly.
Presented by Singapore 2025 volunteer representative, Mr. Chin Tzu Hao. Bronze medalist, neutral para-athlete, Mira Larianova. Silver medalist, representing Germany, Gina Butcher. Gold medalist and world champion, representing the United States of America, Katie Kubiak. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Well, Liz, the last race of these Toyota World Paralympic Championships Singapore 2025 is upon us.
And it promises to be exciting.
Well, it does. There's a lineup for the mixed 4x100 freestyle relay, 34 points. Australia and USA in the middle lanes. It's going to be an excellent race. Great Britain lead them out. This is the mixed relay, 2 male and 2 female swimmers, 34 points. And that means the classifications of each of the swimmers cannot add up to any more than 34 points. Britain did really well, take the silver in the medley relay. Can they repeat that? Can they go one better? Canada come out to lane number 7. They'll have a strong start as well. There's Spain. Well, what a team they had to win the medley relay. Anchored by Dimitrov, who goes on the 3rd leg for them. China are led out by Zhu Jiling. Again, they've got a strong quartet as well. France will be led out by Hector Denier, the male swimmers. 3 male swimmers leading out the teams, and 4 female swimmers will lead them out. Swimmers can swim in any order. The USA will go with Cohen Boyd on the 1st leg, and there are the Australians. Paralympic Games silver medalists last year, just behind the team from Italy. Italy have been world champions every time this event has been contested. It's only been contested twice, in 2022 and 23. So we're going to have a new world champion tonight, because no team from Italy in this final.
Yeah, no relays for Italy this week. Australia will be the team to beat. They've got 3 individual freestyle champions in their team. Everybody's swimming with a team of 34 points, except for the United States. of America, they have 33 points for the combination of the classifications of the 4 swimmers.
Yeah, Australia are going to be really, really tough to beat, but we've seen that lots of things can happen in relays. Australia lead out with Alexa Leary. She goes in lane number 4. 3 male swimmers will take a start. Kieran Williams from Great Britain, Hector Dennery of France, and Cohen Boyd from the USA in 1, 3 and 5 respectively. So expect those 3 teams to go into an early lead.
Yeah, Boyd leading the way at the moment here. Williams for Great Britain, both S10 swimmers. Denner is an S9 swimmer, but it is Cohen Boyd that leads at the 50. 26.40 from Denner, 27.07, 27.11 for Williams. But Australia there with Leary turning 4th.
Yeah, Alexa Leary doing a great job for the Australian team in the early stages, just on the heels of the 3 male swimmers here. So a great start for the Australians, but the Americans are going to lead them through now. Cohen Boyd, the S10 swimmer, will hand over to Morgan Stickney, the S7 swimmer on the second leg. This is the lowest numerical classification for the Americans. Second place, well, the French going in now, and French with Dennery and Emmeline Pierre, the Paralympic champion in the S10 class, is now being caught by Rowan Crothers, the champion here in Singapore for Australia in the S10.
Yeah, the Australians have a very strongly front-loaded team. Crothers goes over 1:23.26, 1.76 seconds ahead of Pierre for France. Jack Gill has now moved Canada into 3rd. Morgan Stickney going well for the United States. Bruce D is the lowest classification swimmer in the British team. He's on this second leg, but the Australians are in clear water at the moment. Crothers will hand over to Osborne, who won a silver medal in the S7 women's event. She's off and running. Pierre holding on to second for France. She'll hand over to Pauli, their second female swimmer. So the French will finish with Laurence Hardard, an S6 athlete. So again, a front-loaded team from the French going well. Down in 6, China are moving through the field. Canada's still having a great swim. Katie Cosgriff is in the water for them, but they will finish with Sebastian Massaby, their S5 athlete. This is Chloe Osborne leading for Australia.
Yeah, and she's doing a good job to maintain that lead. The S7 swimmer from Australia, Chloe Osborne, and she's now just about being caught by Agata Poli, who's an S9 swimmer from France. And the Canadians going really well. Katie Cosgriff might just bring them into a lead. But as you said, Liz, they do have an S5 male swimmer on that final leg. So I think they are going to be caught pretty quickly when these final leg swimmers come in. Canada will be in first. I think Australia and France will be almost together at that turnover.
Yeah, and into the water for Australia, it is Callum Simpson. He is the Paralympic and the world champion in the S800 meters freestyle. So he is in pole position. Laurence Hardard is in for France. Z is up to 4th for China. Faye Rogers is in the water for Great Britain. But the action is at the front. Australia are back where they started, right at the number 1. 3:29.36 for Simpson. He's over first. Then it's the French, Laurence Hardard, closely followed by Z of China. That is your 1, 2, 3 as Simpson hits the final 25 meters.
And here comes Callum Simpson for Australia. The Australian team are going to win this one, and are going to win this one by a margin. Can they get inside that world record of 4:01.54? Yes, they can. Australia win in 3:58.40. It will be silver to China. They will come in with Z on that final leg. Chavdard will get the French team on the medal podium again. And it was a good finish from Great Britain to bring them up into 4th position. Faye Rogers on that last leg for Great Britain, just ahead of the Spanish team in lanes at number 1 and 2 at the top. But Callum Simpson Well, we expected the Australians to do that, but that is a sensational performance and a sensational world record.
It is an absolutely incredible time. We said 3 individual champions. We knew they had a silver medalist in their respective events. We've talked about how these relays don't always lend themselves to you putting out the combination that really works for your best events, but the Australians here, it really did, and they couldn't have fielded a better team.
Now, of course, the points totals don't always work in the favours of some countries, but the Australians, well, they absolutely delivered there. Canada, well, they went in, but they used their lower class swimmer on the final leg, and he was always going to get caught by the swimmers in the centre. Callum Simpson, what a great job. What a great championships Callum Simpson has had, the Australian. He won the 100 freestyle in the S8 classification again, and he anchors this Australian team to a huge world record swim. They knocked 3 seconds off the old mark. And Callum Simpson was away and clear. China winning that close contest with an Asian record for the silver medal position, but France will be delighted to get on the medal podium ahead of Great Britain and Spain. And there are the champions.
Well, Rowan Quinlan has also had a great meet, 3 gold medals for him.
Well, what a way to finish these championships. There are the winning quartet, and didn't they deliver? Wow. The result of the mixed 4 by 100 metres freestyle relay, 34 points. Australia win the title in a world record time. China takes silver in an Asian record. France take the bronze.
Unfortunately, no major drama in that relay.
Well, that's good news all round. It was a great performance there. China did a great performance. They had a very balanced team as well. And France will be delighted. Disqualified in the medley relay, the French team. And they've done a great job in this freestyle relay, haven't they?
They absolutely have. Some fast swimming all round, Asian record for China. Like you said, a balanced team. I mean, when you've got Zhang Yuan in your team, you're always going to fare pretty well.
Australia, well, we said the Italians dominated this relay. They would have struggled to live with that Australian team, that is for sure. 3:58.40. What a fantastic time that was. 3 seconds, over 3 seconds off the old world record.
They couldn't have had a better swim, really. It was a perfectly executed quartet.
Yeah, well, the Australians finish on a high. And that is the final swimming action of these championships. Of course, we do have more medal presentations for us to enjoy. These swimmers just clearing the pool deck. And there's the medal podium waiting for the final set of presentations. Well, what a great way to finish. What a great evening session, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've been very fortunate once again to have some incredible action on night 7. Every night has delivered for us in some shape or form, and tonight was no exception.
Absolutely wonderful way to finish these championships. And, well, medal table as well is very, very tight at the top of the medal table. I know you've been keeping track of things, Liz, as we're going through.
Why'd you do this to me? You're right, I have, but we've got this final set of medal ceremonies. But now that all medals have been contested, we can say that Italy and the United States top of the gold medal count, 18 each for them. They finished well tonight, didn't they?
They did. USA had a great night, and Italy as well. China on 17, just one behind the 2 leading nations.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. I was going to say Ukraine on 16. I thought we were going for 1 each then.
Oh, go on then. Great Britain on 15.
Brazil on 13.
Australia on 9.
Spain on 6. And then lots of teams.
Lots of teams on 5. Netherlands, Germany, Israel, Turkey.
Spain.
Of Spain.
Czechia have got 4. No, you
Spain's
missed them out. Oh, they are now. Like they were. Well, I didn't see that one. Then Czechia are on 4.
Oh, they're on 5, all from Daphne Kirk.
No, Czechia.
Oh, Czechia, I thought it said Turkey. Must be your accent.
Maybe. France and Colombia, you're not very good at this anymore. 3. Canada 2. Japan, Mexico, Azerbaijan, Argentina, Singapore, Uzbekistan 1. They are all your gold medal winning countries, I think. Yes. The screen kept moving.
It did. And the interesting one, of course, and maybe the most important one for the whole station, that 1 gold medal for Singapore, Yip Pinju. That was great last night, wasn't it?
It was incredible. And now we're about to see our last set of medal ceremonies.
And here they come. Victory ceremonies. Please stick with us. Celebrate the success of these athletes. The final set of medal ceremonies.
The medals will be presented by Director of Sales Gourmet Private Limited, Mr. Marcus Wall. Bronze medalist representing Ireland, Roisin Neri. Silver medalist representing Italy, Carlotta Chili. Gold medalist and world champion representing United States of America, Olivia Schaefer. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of the United States of America. Please give it up for your medalists. The victory ceremony for the men's 200-meter individual medley SM13. Bronze medalist, Central Paralympic Timothy Good. give it up for your medalists. The victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter freestyle S3. Bronze medalist representing Australia, Rachel Watson. Silver medalist representing Spain, Marta Fernandez Infante. Gold medalist and world champion representing the United States of America, Leah Smith. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of the United States of America.
I hereby declare the Toyota World Paralympic Championship Singapore 2025 closed. Thank you and safe travels.
Well, Craig Nicholson, the head of World Paraswimming, has officially closed this Toyota World Paraswimming Championship Singapore 2025. We have the final medal table. Italy are at the top, 18 gold medals, exactly the same number as USA, but they have more silvers. China just one behind, Ukraine just two behind the winning point totals. Great Britain, Brazil are there as well. Australia, Spain, Netherlands and Germany all had good championships. That is the top 10. Again, these are the other countries who have picked up gold medals here at these championships. Israel with 5, Turkey with 5, and that was Daphne Kurt. All 5 of them came from one person. France had a good night, and there we see the host nation making it on to that gold medal tally. 1 gold medal, and that was last night for Pin Yip-Ju. That fantastic performance from her. Uzbekistan also the 22nd country on that medal table, and as we go down, 36 nations, in fact more than 36 nations, 37, 38, 39 nations making it on. Portugal winning that bronze medal again tonight. So that is the end of the championship. 75 countries, 585 swimmers. What a fantastic championships it's been, Liz.
It has been absolutely incredible, and it's been great to see so much good racing the year following the Paralympic Games, and it's set up the cycle very well into the Paralympic Games of LA 2028.
Well, World Paraswimming, we'll move on to major championships again. We've had 21 world records here in Singapore. It has been an absolutely sensational championship. So for the last time, from myself, Paul Noble, and from Liz Johnson, it's goodbye from Singapore.